Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. I'm waving. Can you see it?
Yeah, you're using your mage hand.
Hello, welcome to Kids on Bikes. We have some kids and we sometimes have some bikes.
There has been canonically
actually,
some bikes.
We have kids
Actually,
and cars. Today we don't have the kid. We just have teenagers.
It is gone.
And
You're all
adults.
kids.
Teens and cars.
Teens and cars.
Teens and cars.
Teens, and we have driver's
And
license.
one very worried older sister.
That's what we do with life.
Okay, real quick. Tell me your name, tell me the character you play, and tell me the favorite Christmas present you've ever gotten.
Oh,
Who text?
Favorite Christmas present.
Oh,
you go.
who go first?
Go, Egg. Go, Egg.
Hello, I am GM Dreamy. I am a GM for this game. And my favorite Christmas present is I did not think of an answer to my question.
That's
Because-
a
because-
weird present.
Because there's a little part of me that likes to make people irritated, and I don't let that part of me out often. One Christmas, Greg got me a Ruth Bader Ginsburg biography, and I was very excited. And this was pre her dying, and then I looked up, and both sets of our very conservative parents were mad at just the mention of her name, and so I just took my book and slid it behind me and was like, I'm just gonna read that later. But watching their irritation made me a little happy.
That's kind of funny.
Nice.
I like that answer.
That was a good answer.
I'm Trevor. Hello. I'm Rachel Welter, the older sister, the oldest one here. Favorite Christmas gift? Certainly a very memorable Christmas was the year I got several armored Bionicles, if anyone remembers those. And that was the same year that
Nice.
my brother got a snowboard. And we live in Memphis. There's almost never snow.
I know, that sounds exciting.
He was very jealous and wanted to play with my Christmas presents that year. And I was like, yeah, assemble, disassemble, assemble.
I thought that was gonna go a lot more horribly, and there being a smashing
For
of
you.
beyond Bionicles with a snowboard, but that's
No,
a lot better.
Evan-
No,
Evan
it was a
wouldn't
big
do
old
that.
foam thing. It was not like a nice actual snowboard. It was more of a big foam sled.
Like a
Snowboard
boogie
replica.
board, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they were like, Evan, why are you sad? He's like, it never snows here.
I mean, it does, but never enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
All right. Oh,
Oh, that got
Good
dark.
time.
music change.
There we go.
Music
This
change
is
again.
this is better. While we're talking.
Hello! I
What
am
in the
Egg.
Pixar is going on here?
Welcome to new Pixar movie, Egg!
They'll do it.
I am Egg. I play Goldbag. And my favorite Christmas present was leaving the grocery store.
Hey, we have a Sonder. Hold on.
yeah.
Good
Yay!
deal.
Harley!
Hey, Harley.
Hello.
Harley, welcome.
Harley.
Hello!
And hi, everyone else. I am Harriet, aka Iskra, aka Strawberry, Dr. Lee Check, whatever you want to call me. You can call me that. Except for
Mom!
some things. But generally,
Well, you said it. We're doing it now.
Probably whatever you want, but
most pertinent to this situation is Daria Abtin, the 16-year-old volleyball phenom and one half of the brother-sister pair of the Abtins, Bijan, currently joining us as I stall for time. My favorite Christmas present is hard to know about because my memory for those sorts of things is pretty bad. Not that the presents were bad, but that I just don't recall what they were. I don't think about those sorts of things very often.
when you were
I do
saying
know that at some point I received, along with my sister, as a joint gift, a plastic kitchen play set with vegetables that were Velcro, and you could slice them apart and stick them back together.
oh heck yeah,
And
I remember
we
those.
used that for many things, not only kitchen stuff, but also like pretending we were in the Stone Age and like gathering like fruits and vegetables.
So
My
that's
kids
where
are getting one of those for Christmas, and I can't wait to see what happens. Also, maybe I'll get my baking pans back.
So that was a pretty
Wow.
good one. Yeah.
When you said 16-year-old volleyball playing female, I immediately thought of
Phenom.
Futurama. Oh,
Phenom.
I heard of single female lawyer.
No, I'm single and ready to mingle. No. Daria is currently single though.
I can hear like a slight like echo sound being inside the blanket while talking.
you mean the egg
Sonder.
inside the egg. Sonder, hello.
Hey,
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
sorry, I had an emergency with Steven's mom.
No, it's okay. Everything all right?
All right.
Yeah, everything's okay.
Tell us your name, who you play, and your favorite Christmas present.
My favorite Christmas present?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have them yet.
Not from this year.
Not this year.
Right.
Like, period.
Ever? My favorite Christmas present ever?
That was the most
I don't know what
Bijan
they
answer
are.
I have ever heard in my life. I love
I
it.
don't have them yet.
But I can't open them. It's not Christmas.
The big one with the one that looks like a box.
You
It
shake
rattles
it and
like
it goes.
goes.
Rah, 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 rah.
It goes
I'm
round.
Bijan. It goes round. I hope not.
Jin? Jin, is that you?
Oh no.
My favorite Christmas present ever. Ooh, there was a man who was a neighbor of ours when I lived in Michigan as a kid, and we were going through life some really rough things, and he got me a star chart for Christmas. It was really cool. It was really sweet because he knew like our situation, our like domestic violence situation, but he would always go and check on us, and for Christmas he got us presents, and that was one thing that like stuck with me for a long time, was that he was just like a really nice old man, that him and his wife like lived in this little apartment together, and he got me into like constellations and stuff, so nice distraction.
I don't know why my brain took that a very different direction.
At first?
No, at the end, where it's just, and then he got me into it. I was like,
I thought D&D. I don't know what you were thinking.
drugs?
He got you in drugs. He got you in hardcore drugs.
That's cool.
Yeah, he got me a star chart, and then next thing you know, he got me into drugs.
Star
Yeah.
Trek.
That was a cool
Star
gift.
Trek. There you go. Stars and then Star Trek. That's what happened. Well, cool. I think we're all here. Yay! Including Mr. Egg.
Does anyone not Trevor want to do a recap from last week?
If I were ready for
I'm
it,
banned.
yes, but
I'm bad.
I am very not.
I would, but I'm simply an egg.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, we're gonna do the 30-second recap tonight.
Do it.
Nice.
Okay, last week,
Oh.
Colby goes and finds.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Hold on. I got
Do I need to
something.
wait?
No,
Okay,
no, I
okay.
got something for this.
Yeah,
You
I
just-
gotta wait.
you
I gotta
just-
wait.
I gotta do the right thing. What's got a lot of tension in it? Here we go. Now I go.
Okay. Last week on Kids on Bikes,
On bikes.
Colby went to go find the sheriff. I only have my notes. I don't have what actually happened notes.
It's fine.
And the sheriff talked to Colby.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel had her date at Mario's with Lacey. They were cute and awkward and adorable and just my OTP. Bijan and Daria went to the library and got some books on the town and myths and herbs and things. And Daria also found the number to a local town psychic and wrote it down to potentially visit later. Jessica and Colby held hands. And Colby started to get sick
What's
via
up, kiddos?
Jessica's powers as Rachel busted in through the door. It was hilarious.
Kool-Aid Man style.
Hey,
Yep.
what's all this then?
Everyone wants to train Jessica to use her powers, and that's kind of where we left off. That's a 30-second recap.
It's true. The last little bit was everybody coming into the conclusion that everybody wanted to help her train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And before we find out what happens this week, Aaron, roll that beautiful intro.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. The question is, how long can I sit in my egg before I actually have to get out and do something?
Might fall
Let's see, how
asleep
long
that
do
way.
these sessions normally last? About 3 hours?
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is I have to not do anything in...
And we're back.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Welcome back, everybody. All right. So, as we left off last time, everyone reconvened in Rachel's apartment, which seems to be happening more and more frequently now.
He has good snacks.
Are you eating all my snacks, Colby?
You're holding
live
your
off of
sister's
those.
hand. You're eating her snacks.
You definitely ate all your eggs.
That's cannibalism.
And everyone was trying to figure out where to take Jessica to train her powers. So, gang, what you doing?
Well, we left off at our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Have
Oh, yeah.
we-
And Rachel was scrubbing off the rest of her makeup from the morning.
Yeah,
I
after
saved that
taking a
morning.
picture on the found Kodak disposable camera.
So have we decided where, like we decided off screen, where we're gonna go have her train? Or
I don't think we did.
Well,
Did anyone have something in mind? I think something indoors would probably be.
I think somewhere
More secret.
indoors would be a terrible idea considering we're dealing with fire.
Well, could be. I mean, there's any number of building sizes. The only reason I wouldn't suggest here is that it's small.
Yeah, but my experience with fire is it doesn't really matter the size of the building, it can still burn down.
Well, we wouldn't be aiming at a wall, hopefully. You'd be aiming at open space.
I think probably the best shot we probably have is to find like a little inlet of the river where we have nice secluded area in the woods,
If
but
it's-
also we have access to water.
Woods also burn.
Yes, but if there is water, the wood is most likely going to be wet, thus not being as flammable.
Do you have a preference, Jess?
I mean, I would very much prefer not to burn anything down.
I like the water thing. I also don't have anything indoors in mind unless we could find a basement somewhere.
You do know that there are no basements here in town. There's something called Yazoo clay, and it makes it very hard to dig deep.
So we already know there's no basements in town.
So nobody has any emotions.
is there like a
Emotions.
sand pit in
can't
town
dig deep.
anywhere or anything where, like, you know,
I'm a very
construction
emotional person,
companies
Colby.
just dig holes to put the sand in other places? And so
The
there's just like a big
most-
like quarry pit somewhere.
There's
or
not so much a
something?
quarry pit, and the most construction you know is in Jessica and Alex's neighborhood, is where they're currently building out the new houses. And so that's the most kind of like empty construction, but you got a lot of wood and a lot of like frames up on the newer edge.
I did some research on real life Yazoo City, and apparently we're not too far from like a wood paper processing plant, which was
In
kind
that version
ironic.
of reality.
In that
But-
version, yeah. Oh,
So
Does anyone, or would we know if there's like a cave nearby? That's also a good option.
Yeah, not so much caves.
There's got to be some hole to Mammoth Cave around here.
We could go to my spot if you guys want to.
I
Your
think-
spot?
It's on the river and it's away from everyone, so I can read and think. I don't
Is
mind
this-
sharing it with you guys.
Would it be a good spot to train, you think, Bijan?
I think so. We can always.
It's not too close to the ruins, is it?
It's a ways. Not too far, but not too close.
Okay, I don't think I want to go back to the ruins anytime soon.
Well, do you kids have any plans for today?
I mean,
Do you have anywhere you
Bijan's
need to
idea
be?
sounds better than tromping around in the woods looking for a spot we don't even know exists.
And we can always push anyone in the water if we catch on fire.
That's a good point.
Yeah, Rachel, I'm gonna push you into the water.
I'd like to see you try. There's no way.
I mean, if you're on fire, you're probably gonna jump, but
I mean, if you light me ablaze, I'll go into the water myself. You wouldn't even
I'm not
push
gonna do it on purpose, but
On purpose.
accidents happen.
And everything's really wet there. Like in the area at least, because of the river, so
I think you could point it out if you directed us, one of us driving.
yeah, but there's a point where you have to take a bike. I have one. If any of
Could
y'all
you
do-
walk to it?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll take my bike. But yeah, the road will stop and then it continues on dirt and then up this hill and eventually you get to the river. Yeah. And it's far away from everything, so I don't think there's a chance of anyone. I've never seen anyone in every time I go, so
Well, I didn't have plans for the rest of the day. Have you all eaten?
I had cereal.
I haven't had anything since breakfast, but
Should we go get something?
No,
Are you
Yeah.
mocking me, Colby?
I'm
training
mocking
and
you,
snacks
Trevor.
then, right?
Have you been sitting here in my apartment eating my stuff, and now you're mocking me, Colby?
Mom
No.
packed me some carrots and peanut butter, so I'm set.
He eats my food, he handholds my sister, and now
He
Break
This
his
is the
legs.
respect I get.
I'm gonna break his legs.
Just so you try.
Well, then I'm
Hey,
gonna
stuff
assume
like this,
that you're
you're
all
not gonna
good
do too
then.
much of the breaking. You'll have to
We
go.
could stop
"Eh."
somewhere as we go.
Yeah,
but-
we could grab some burgers and head out.
Perfect. Well, into the car, anyone who wants to go. Are we taking 2 cars?
I think we better. I don't know if there's room for all of us in one.
I could probably fit y'all, but it'd be very scrunched up.
All right. So then, how do we want to?
In that case, I'd rather scrunch.
Okay.
Daria's wheels turn about not just wanting her car to be anywhere around. Suspicious.
I mean, there's only 4 of you.
Considering last
5
night.
of you. 4 of you.
It's-
5 of
It's
us.
easier to hide one car than 2 cars in the woods. That makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm like
All
half
right.
a person. I can fit wherever anyone's not.
Bijan, you're sitting up front, so you can point out the way.
Wait a minute. I don't know if that's that's
Shotgun!
Shotgun for
Wow.
Bijan. Get up there. And Rachel will grab the keys.
Bijan's like,
Wait a minute. I think the problem with that is that with the law, I don't know if Bijan is old enough to sit in the front seat quite yet.
I'm 11 years old. I think
You
I'm
gonna
old
rat
enough.
me out, Colby?
Maybe. Look, if we're trying to be secretive, we don't want to do anything that if a police officer sees as we're driving down the road, he's gonna be like, "Oh hey, Where are you going? That kind of thing.
Mom lets me sit in the front seat sometimes.
If
I'll
it's
let him
good
sit
enough
on the
for his
front on the
mom, then
way
it's
over
good
here.
enough for me.
hmm
He did
I'm
call
not, like-
shotgun.
8 years old or anything. I'm in middle school.
Right.
Are you just jealous, Colby, that you didn't call shotgun in time? 'Cause
No,
that's
I'm just.
too late.
Whatever you
Everyone
guys
in.
say.
Daria laughs at this.
Colby, if you really want to sit in this,
No, no,
No,
Bijan,
don't be
I
nice,
wanna
Bijan.
sit-
You got shotgun. I gave it to you.
Okay.
I
okay,
would. I
okay.
would rather sit in the back.
All right. Rachel will close up her apartment and load everyone. As everyone loads in, get into the front of her Ford F-150.
All right,
Jess
so
will sit
what's-
in the middle
no.
of the back seat.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Everyone buckled. She looks into the rear mirror for Colby.
Doing that awkward thing
Following
where
the
I'm
laws,
like
Colby.
asking Jess to
Colby
kind of
is
move a little
staring-
so I
Yeah.
can get my buckle in.
So yeah,
Colby's
and
just-
Jess is gonna have to like scoot over next to Colby while Daria like buckles in, and I feel like you'll have that awkward like you go to buckle at the same time, and like your hands are like bumping into each other. Yeah.
Oh my god! I'd be like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to touch your hands. Yes.
I feel like 3 teens squeeze in the back seat. It's gonna be like, oh my god, I accidentally grazed her butt. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Grazed her butt.
Trying to buckle. You know what I'm talking about. Don't make this
Oh
weird.
no! You grazed my butt.
Don't make this weird.
Y'all
Oh,
comfortable back
listen.
there?
So...
Are you all comfortable back there?
Oh, aren't you comfortable back there?
All right, off we go.
Jess is just gonna like give a thumbs up.
Daria's got
Okay.
her
Rachel will,
backpack sitting
based
on
on
the front of her
Bijan. Oh,
too.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Based on Bijan's instructions, we'll head in the general direction, but also if there's a
We're gonna
burger
swing
shop.
by like a burger barn.
Yep. A McDonald's. Go through the drive-through.
While we're driving, I'll pull out the town history book. I felt like this might be good to have, and like hand it over to Jessica and then Colby to kind of take a look at it.
Is anyone trying to like read it, or are you just kind of like flipping through at this point?
Just flipping through.
I'll read it. Read it.
Okay.
Okay. Make me a Brian's check.
A
I haven't
Brian's
time
check.
to read. I haven't had time to really read it thoroughly yet, but
All right,
I think it'll be good
Brian.
for the week.
Brian, let's go. All right. What is my my thingamajigs that I need to hit?
The thing with the stuff.
The ding dong jingle jangle.
We'll say you've got a good like 15 minutes if you're really kind of like pouring through it,
Uh-huh.
picking up burgers, going to Bijan's spot.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna say a 7.
I'm gonna use one adversity token to bring it up to 7.
All right.
Bijan
So-
and I reach my hand over the seat. Give me one of the books that you had.
So this is
Do
some
Do I
information.
add an adversity adversity token for that or
No,
not?
you subtract 1
Okay.
from your total points now because you have spent it.
Got it.
You will only get a new one if you fail.
Got it.
So here's some information that you glean, should you choose to share any of it. You all kind of know about like there was the church didn't burn down. You, I think last time got a little more information on something that a pastor had done from the sheriff.
Okay.
I don't want to extrapolate because I can't remember how much you found out in game. I don't want to accidentally tell you too much.
Very little, I think.
I
don't
think
remember
Colby
the whole
got-
time.
I mean, you told me
a
everything.
little
you told
bit
me
more from the
everything.
sheriff. But you do learn that pastor's name.
Mhm.
And that pastor's name was Reverend Thomas Colville.
Okay.
You do learn the woman who died in the fire, the day of the fire, was Adeline Wells.
Okay.
and that she was set to get married that day.
And Colville. Sorry, what was Colville's first name?
Thomas.
Tom Ass. And Adeline
Wiles, which was the name that Jessica had touched on the tombstone the night before.
Getting Hitched. Cool.
And then the town history really kind of picks up with the fire. There's bits and pieces of like the myth that you all know about the witch before then, but it kind of hints, the book does, that a lot of like early town records were lost in the fire.
Okay. Yeah, I'll share this with everybody. So, is there a picture of this Reverend Thomas Colville? Assuming this is some sort of textbooky kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like the genealogical societies put it together.
Was it Never mind.
We're going to
Milton Wells is our current pastor.
Yes, Wells and
Okay, not the
Wiles.
same.
So there's similar but different. Yeah, and that's at a different church. This would have been like First Baptist, like one of your first churches. We're gonna let fate decide. Roll me a d20, and I'm going to say a 13 and up. Yes, a good picture.
Okay.
A 6 to 12, a blurry picture, and then a below a 6, no picture.
It was a 16.
Okay. So yes, for the photography at the time, it's a fairly good picture. And Colby, I don't know if you're going to show anyone this picture. Looks strikingly similar to you.
Ugh, Baptist.
He's got muttons.
He has multiple muttons. Got it.
Mutton chops, man.
So many muttons.
What did you say the name was of that woman? She's gonna ask over her shoulder.
Which woman?
The one who died.
Wasn't that Jessica? Didn't you say that was Wiles?
Mm-hmm. It was Adeline Wiles.
Jess, you recognize that name, right?
Am I supposed to?
Could be coincidence, but we have a great aunt who has that name.
Yeah, I feel like in a town this size, you don't have two people with the same name like that. It's probably
And do I know if I was related to this Colville at any point?
Well, you told me that your mother's maiden name was Colville.
That's right.
Ooh.
That's right. I remember that I did that.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm always remembers.
So are you going to share that photo with anyone else, or are you going to kind of keep that photo on that page to yourself?
I guess I'll lean over to Jessica, be like, is this the guy that you saw?
Her face is going to kind of go white for a second. Yeah, that's him, exactly.
Well, he has my mom's maiden name, so
Think he's an ancestor?
most likely.
Guess we're
Weird.
more tied up in this than...
So it's
Did you learn anything about that
Coincidence.
Colville guy?
coincidence. Is there any other information about that Colville guy?
Just that he was the pastor of First Baptist. The church was spared in the fire, and he and like the members of the congregation kind of led a lot of help in like recovering and rebuilding.
But no like mention of him and the witch or anything, or is
I am trying to remember what all the. I wrote this down, so I think the sheriff told you that he had the witch buried.
Okay.
Yeah,
In the
that's
cemetery.
correct. I remember hearing that during the game.
Okay.
So Colby was told that by the sheriff, but that information is not in the book.
Oh.
I wondered. So that Adeline Wiles is the only named victim?
Seems that way.
Because if it's the one who I think it is, the fire started in her house. At least that's what I was told
There's-
growing up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is a bit too freaky for me. And can we just stop for a little bit?
When we went to the library a few days ago, that's what we came across too. What you said, Rachel.
And I feel like at this point you've kind of pulled into
Yeah.
Bijan's directed you into the spot as far as the car can go.
Yeah. We've all got burgers, by the way.
Well,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go off.
Colby,
reading.
you take.
I'm gonna go off and eat my burger in peace.
Rachel covered the payments for this one. I make enough.
while Colby was reading, I would have reached over and asked Bijan or commanded Bijan to give me one of his books so I could
Yeah.
look at it.
Your hands like press against his head.
This is the one where Sonder and Fume talk it out in their dreams. Yeah.
I'll start reading.
Were you
A lot
asking
of
for the
fun.
comic book or one of the library books?
I mean, I wanted a library book, but
Oh.
whatever.
I can give you that instead. Sorry.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, this is the one with the herbs and how it relates to like remedies and whatnot.
All right, make me a brains check. Since you had about the same time as Colby, this is also a DC 7.
Nah, I
Nice.
don't meet
it's
it.
good
I have
anyway.
no way to get close to meeting it. That was a 3. So,
Now, there is enough time if you can explain to me how you can assist. Other players can spend adversity tokens to help.
Ooh.
Let me see how many Jessica has. Jessica's only got 1.
I've got none.
I have 2. I will say
succeed.
because
what I
you're
will
not
say
going
out
through-
loud as I'm
not going
reading
through the
this,
same book,
though,
so-
so that I can like give you a chance to like.
Oh, it's like
Yeah,
Assist
Colby, I think
me?
it would be difficult for
Yeah.
you to assist since
Yeah,
you're in the
well-
process of reading the other book.
well, I mean, this is after I said, "Hey, we're done. We need to stop talking about this right now." And
I would have been doing this during, but
Oh,
we
during
can't
the-
roleplay all those things simultaneously. So
No.
that's-
no. Yeah, I'm. I guess at this point, my nose is deep into this book with the picture of me with mutton chops.
So you would need 4 adversity tokens, which would take a lot. Otherwise, you can take an extra one to spend in the future. I will say, skimming through, what you pick up on is pretty generic. Ginger for stomach aches.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
gonna say that, like, just kind of out loud to anyone who cares to hear. A lot of these names are just like super local names for plants and things. I don't recognize any of them. I couldn't begin to say what these are.
I'm afraid I don't know plants that well. I could tell you about this thing, and she taps her car. Bijan, where's the best spot around here? Direct us.
Daria, can I skim through it?
Sure. I mean, is that alright, Beej?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Turn it over.
there's this little pier that I like to go to that's next to a tree. That's like halfway dead. We can stop there, and there's like a slight clearing with the river, so there's space to do things.
GM, how close are we to the thing?
It is going to be like you would have to push into the kudzu a little bit, but pretty close. But it's not like if you're not going into the kudzu, you would just stumble across it.
Okay. All right. Colby looks visibly, uncomfortable in this spot.
Jessica
I'm
didn't
sure I
roll
don't
high
notice
enough
that.
either. You feel like with this herb one, for the kinds of things you're looking for, you would really have to like piece together. Oh, because a lot of it's, like mustard wrap for coughs, a lot of like homey things. And if you really took the time to like kind of read between the lines on some of it, that's when you could start picking up more like witchy type uses.
Okay, I take it back from Jessica and then hand it back to Bijan. Maybe you'll have better luck than we do when you're got it for the week.
Well, the party, they'll usually get like potions that do different things. So maybe we can get a bunch of different ingredients that do different things, and then just put them all together, and that'll help.
I'll also say if you all take more time in the future to read through it, like if you give it a good hour or so, the DC will lower. But in kind of like trying to get through like a whole herb book in about 15 minutes, it's a little bit harder.
Bishan will probably like make that his homework.
Yeah, like I'm gonna read the town history book throughout the week.
Yeah.
Since so.
Then yeah, I'll read through this, and then I'll put together different recipes and see if maybe we can get Mom to buy certain things.
We could maybe even ask the psychic if she knows what she
True.
would use. Not that I believe in that stuff, but I mean, weird circumstances, right?
Yesterday,
Do you still have that piece of paper?
I would have said, don't bother today.
Yeah.
It's as good a resource as any.
And I'll reach in my backpack. Piece of paper of the psychic. Rita Defoe?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got an address and a name.
All right, so
Alright.
what all are you going to do for training?
Bijan, where's a good spot around here? Or you said so. Can you point us to it?
Yeah. Let's go over there. And there's like a fence that's kind of broken. Just hop over it and we should be able to get to the spot. And I'll direct them towards where the little area is.
Perfect.
Jessica's going to kind of side up next to Colby and say, are you okay?
Fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right, what do you want to roll for deception?
Grit, because I'm not perturbed by nothing.
Okay, and we've established charm is the insight, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's not good.
It didn't explode? It always explodes.
Not today.
What'd you get?
7.
She reads you like a book. She got 16.
Mm-hmm.
You sure, Colby?
I don't like this place. Just not some good times here. But
We'll only stay here as long as we have to then.
that's fine. That's fine. No, we're here to help you at this point. So I think we should get to that. Do you want to start in the water? Do you want to start somewhere else? I mean, I think having the water nearby at least will be safest for you.
Definitely. I'd target the water. Target practice. I don't know what to.
But John will explain that there's like this log that he uses for sitting that could probably be rolled.
I
And
think
put, like,
His
stuff
thinking
on
stump.
top of it.
before we
Yeah.
set anything alight, everyone, Rachel's going to look around for a big rock. And as she's looking like a big sized rock, she'll say aloud, "It's best if whatever we shoot fire at doesn't immediately send smoke or vapor into the sky and make people think something weird's going on over there. So why not find something that probably won't burn?"
All right, make me. I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll for a rock. You're outside. You get a rock.
It's a rock.
Daria's gonna.
You can't find any rocks in nature. It's the weirdest thing.
There are
All
no
over.
rocks.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea from off somewhere doing that thing where characters who aren't like immediately involved in a scene are like walking around somewhere and contributing a little bit.
Staring up at the sky,
That's
a
moving
nice
back and
boulder.
forth.
Picking stuff, investigating the new place they've
Question
not
mark.
been, you know?
So, Jess, Rachel's like leaning up against this rock. So have you ever tried intentionally to shoot fire from your hands?
No.
I think it'd be a good place to start then. First, so things that have happened so far, it's shot from, yeah, I guess that. Get right up over here, and just see if you can have your hands right next to it, like that. Just tiny little distance. Shoot some fire.
All right. Let's try.
You don't
Training
need range. We
montage.
don't need anything. Just think about flexing whatever mental muscle makes fire come out.
Okay. All right, so you are going to roll 2d4. And the DC is going to be a 6.
I'm
2d4
Going
and the
to
DC is a
try-
6.
No, well, let's see how this goes first. I have a way to possibly lower
I
it.
got a 6.
All right. So since it's right on, you can see kind of like a twitch right here. She's putting in a lot of concentration to make this work. But you do see fire kind of. Colby, I don't know if you want to step in and control what happens to the fire now that it has been created,
Yeah, I'll see
or if you
what
just kind of
happens.
want to let it.
I'll see what happens.
Okay, she is down to 5 psychic energy tokens now.
Whoa.
That's
That's cool.
There we
wild.
go. Is it a constant flame or is it more of a...
So like it's been created, so it exists like in her hands now.
All right. Colby is gonna be like, all right. So I think we're just gonna take like the axe throwing approach to this. So just chuck it like it's a baseball, and just
Hold on. She's like, hold that. Keep that muscle flexed. And Rachel's going to go around and quickly scan for eyes. Just see if anyone's immediately watching before
Make
we
a-
chuck a fireball.
Make me a. What do you want to roll? Argue it to me.
I feel like I can't argue too much more than brains, just to see, like, people would... If I couldn't see them immediately, they might be hiding behind that or that or that.
If you want to go fight, since you're kind of on edge, I'll let you do that, but you might want to stick with brains.
I'm going
Why
to
don't you
stick with
pick?
brains because I get the plus
Okay.
one. Even though it's less than... It's about twice the dice value. That's a 3.
Okay. You feel pretty good about it.
Okay. Chuck away. Try not to aim too high.
All right. So you're going to roll a 2d4. Don't tell me what it is yet.
73.
And I'm also going to have her, if you're successful, I'm going to have Jessica make a fight roll to see where it lands. She's going to aim for the river.
Okay.
Okay. So she has never thrown fire before, so this is gonna be a 7, and you can spend extra psychic energies to make it meet the DC.
Okay. That is a 5. I will use 2 of the my adversity tokens.
So no, instead of your adversity tokens, it's gonna be her psychic energy tokens,
Oh, never mind.
which you can.
I guess I can. Yeah.
Which puts her down to 2 now. And I will let you all know mechanically that if an action gets her down to 0 or fewer, very, very bad things happen. Bad physical reactions, unconsciousness, or maybe even death, depending on how far into the negatives.
Yikes.
But now we're gonna roll
Let's test those odds.
a fight check to see how well she aims. So,
I want to step in and say that whenever Fume is fighting, she channels her anger or really strong emotions when she puts it into her fight. So maybe try thinking about something that makes you mad, or that makes you want to create fire. Like, Fume lost her home, and she felt like she didn't have anyone in the world but herself after that. People took her home from her and her family. Maybe try thinking about something like that, and then fire it.
I'm gonna make a note real quick. So the DC is going to be 5 for this fight check. And this is what Jessica's rolling, a D4. And she got a 4 and has a +1, so she gets a 5.
Yeah.
Explodes.
Nice!
It does
It does
And
explode.
it explode. She can
So
put it
that's
anywhere she
another-
wants.
So she gets a 6 on that.
She succeeds.
Yep.
What a weird look!
Because I'm a 13-year-old boy in my brain, okay?
Okay, well,
13-year-old
this is-
boys are perverts.
We're learning all sorts of stuff today.
It's hard.
Anyways.
Dang it, I didn't need to say that. I meant difficult.
Have you watched Laura Bailey on a stream before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Love her.
fireball is going to land directly into the stream.
I think that was fairly successful. How you feeling?
Feeling like that kind of took a lot out of me.
I don't think we need to do much more than that today.
No, I
We don't
mean,
need to.
do you think you could replicate that? I saw that you were flexing something up there.
I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing or just a thing. But I mean,
Just
I could
to-
definitely try.
Just to
Want soda?
comment off of Bijan's helpful advice over there, try not to do Sith things. I don't know if channeling anger to do your superpowers is a good idea, Jess.
I
We
don't.
know the tropes. We've seen the movies.
Yeah, I don't know if anger is going to be the best thing. It's happened before when I've been honestly scared mostly, but I don't think I want to tap into that either. I think I need to figure out. This is going to sound so stupid. Where my superpowers come from? Not like which thing, but like what to tap into.
Fume's power came from.
Try the opposite. I mean, this sounds corny, but like, think of Tinkerbell. Or
Like believing in fairies?
how? Shoot, is Teen Titans 2000?
Not yet.
Maybe. Not
Just
quite. I
yet.
don't
I was
think
gonna
so.
say I don't know if Rachel
think
would.
think of like maybe the other positive end, the other extreme. Also might be bad to do with extremes, but less inherently.
Look, only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Just gonna look at
I
Colby
don't
and
know
go,
if that quote has popped up yet.
It hasn't.
but
George Lucas is in
I
the.
was about to say
It's
popped
like,
up in the
I
bushes.
got it!
That's good.
but of the two extremes, thinking of something that makes you very emotionally positive.
I feel like it worked too.
Place to pull from, because I feel like fear leads to anger, which leads to hate, which leads to the witch.
I bet that
Rise of the dark
you
side.
will eventually find that out in the comic books because she was not doing very good on anger.
I mean, I think that's kind of silly, honestly. You know what works already, so that's great. That's better than we were this morning.
True. You made that
You
fireball.
could think of freshman year. You were happy during that. You could think of Christmas or something. You could think
I
of
don't
me.
know if
I make you so happy.
that will definitely make Jessica laugh. And like she's kind of like paler than she was and is a little like not like hot day sweat, but almost like kind of feverish sweat, you notice, Rachel.
Ooh,
But like the twitch on like the side of her head has kind of calmed a little bit.
I'm gonna grab her soda and get it to her.
Yeah, did you ate already? Well,
I just want to take a second and appreciate the death metal banjo that we've had playing in the background.
Mm-hmm. Good
That's
choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
you felt a lot better after that first day at school. When that happened, you felt a lot better after you had the stuff from that truck stop, right?
those Slurpees and cheese balls.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
why. I don't remember. I mean, I was guess that's what I got.
Do you think that helped?
I mean,
that
it's been a day and a
specifically?
half in game, so.
Shut up.
Do you think that helped specifically, or do you think getting some more burgers is another good
I
option?
mean, cheese balls and Slurpees are kind of my favorite stupid snack. I hate that I love it so much, but
You know what? We
Kind of a
can
weird
try and do
combination.
that
I'm
after
not gonna
every
lie, but-
training session. I don't know how many
what was
more
that?
we're all hoping to do, but we can certainly go get it now.
No. Just me talking shit.
Did any? I mean, we. Rachel was gonna turn to the other teenagers there. I mean, that seemed fairly. Looking back at Jessica, nodding her head questioningly, successful, right? Did anyone else have any hopes or
Me.
goals for being out here?
Nobody's on fire throwing up, so.
No. Good job.
I'm glad I'm not doing either. So you both
I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
Some movies.
Had the X-Men movies come out yet?
I don't think.
The first one might have.
I don't know if the fire guy was in the first one. I don't
The
think he
fire
was.
guy. I think he was in the second one.
He was in
Yeah.
the second one because he had to use the lighter to.
I think a different actor played him in a deleted scene in the first one.
2000.
Because I remember watching that post Katrina.
It came out in 2000.
The first X
On-
Men. The second X Men
Mhm.
came out 2003.
July. So, yep, first X-Men would be out.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Not the pyro guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Isn't
think
his
he was
name
in it.
literally just like Pyro or something?
I think it's that.
I don't know. He was kind of not all that great anyway. He's not an Omega level mutant.
I will say her power level has not increased yet, but the DC has lowered for making and controlling fire.
Oh, good.
Good job, Jess. Well, I think unless someone else had something they wanted to do, we might as well try and minimize our time of being secretive and being away from public eye. In other words, I think head out.
Is there anything else we need to? We just kind of go do our own thing at school tomorrow and reconvene next weekend.
I mean, is there
Yeah.
anything you wanted to do during the week?
Are you going to be all right? I assume the best plan is for me to drop you back off with mom and dad.
Yeah, I think mom and dad are going to get really suspicious if I just don't come home anymore.
That we don't want that. I wouldn't be surprised if mom or dad is hiding in the bushes already here, but that's a worst case scenario. But I'll check in on you. Is that all right?
Yeah. Colby and Daria, if anything does happen at school, I'll come find you.
All right.
Yeah, if you see any more weird stuff, you may as well include me, and since I've seen some of it already.
You see any more flickering lights or skeletal handprints?
Yeah, I'll find you.
So none of you are going to talk about this, right? At least not with other people.
Who am I going to talk to it about?
Well, you I know won't, but just checking the rest of the group here.
Look over to Jessica to see if she's going to mention that I've already said something.
Make me a. You two are kind of sizing each other up. Let's make it a opposed charm roll. I kind of want to see how you two like eyeing each other up goes.
Okay. That's a 10. So I explode.
Okay. Nice.
Explode.
And that's another 10. So I
Holy
explode
cow.
again.
Dang.
Isker got all my good rolls tonight.
26.
Okay. I thought I was really good with the 17, but okay. So you control what is Darius saying to Jessica in this like nonverbal moment. You were leading and like establishing the conversation of like you were giving cues to Jessica at this moment.
I'm looking at her, trying to suggest that like now is not the time to bring up that I've already said something, and I don't know how much more I can communicate non-verbally, but
Being shameful.
if I were psychic, what I would be telling her is that tell your sister if you want, but don't tell everybody else.
And I will say with that high of a roll, that does get communicated. I mean, you have those people where you can look at them and like you're having a whole conversation and nothing's actually being said.
Yeah.
With what'd you get, a 26? That
Okay.
you're
yeah.
doing some of that right now. And she's just gonna kind of like the slightest of nods.
By the way, before we all head out, I think we should probably discuss this one more time while we're all here, convened. Colby, you seemed very bothered earlier. Do we all believe in the witch? Bijan?
Well, I do.
Oh.
But just because I feel like I've seen her.
Because I'll be honest, I do. And I think that because I believe that she does, if something happens to any of you, I don't know what that would mean or entail, but if for some reason you need help, I don't know what I could do against a witch, but I'll do my best. You know where I live.
At the initial question, Daria would have folded her arms and kind of taken a step back a little, but when you're offering like that kind of support, she relaxes a little. I don't know what to believe, but I don't know how else to explain any of this right now. So,
For those of you who might not believe, just consider me Jessica's weird older sister who's happy to help out if things get strange.
I feel like Daria's gone from like witch atheist to like witch agnostic at this point.
I think so, yes.
But just be careful out there.
Thanks, Rachel. And Bijan and I live across the street. I know we're, just a teenager or whatever, but
You live across the hallway
yeah,
and up a floor.
across the parking lot. That's what I meant.
Colby, I know you're... She clearly is struggling with this next sentence. Big, cool guy. But if you need anything, even if it has nothing to do with the witch, you know where to find me.
All right.
I hate that you all got pulled into this, but I'm also thankful for all of you.
I am too. Thank you all for helping Jessica out.
Yeah, that was really cool, Jessica. Great plan, Bijan.
Yeah, thanks, Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan, this is a great spot.
It took the whole group. Dory and I were wanting to see if at some point we could all get together. Maybe just a few of us, but more specifically Rachel and Jessica about
But not Colby.
about
Not the cheese man.
about seeing this Rita Defoe psychic. Maybe she can tell us a little more about what's going on or what she feels.
What
What
would
do
be...
you...
Do we
do
know
you
about her?
wish-
She's a local, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yeah, kind of in passing, like she's got a place kind of at the edge of town with like a sign outside her house that advertises her as like a psychic.
I don't know if we're there yet. Certainly up to this point, I think of a lot of her predictions are kind of easily fulfilled. But
Well, if
Yeah,
we're
at
gonna
this
go with
point,
the Star
then-
Wars thing, right? Luke needed a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And who
Well,
else are we
Jess
gonna ask
has
about
4.
supernatural stuff?
It
Yeah,
took
but-
Saga-
Bijan, what is
Look
it
at us.
you wish to know there?
I kind
is
of
it-
want to just see what
What is
she...
it you want to see,
For myself,
Make
I
a
want to
brains check.
understand.
Bijan?
Yeah.
DC 4.
Okay. Ooh. DC4.
Those words again. What is it you wish to know? What is it you wish to see?
I just want to.
Especially here on next to the river. Those are her words again.
Oh, those are the same words that the witch had said when I was with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In one of your dreams.
I want to see if there's any connection to the witch. And you. Maybe she's not bad. Maybe she's just trying to talk to us. Her house, if it was her house burned down. She was the one that died she has a right to be angry about what happened. Maybe she's trying to tell us. Maybe Rita can help us understand that, or at least help me with my dreams, or you with your abilities.
Just to interrupt, Bijan, did you say you think the witch is Adeline Wiles? Because the fire was 100 years later. Or
The fire was a
a
year
year
later.
later. A year later, after she died.
I think it's her.
I mean, if
Is there
anyone
a-
would claim to know, it would be the psychic.
Yeah. In history.
wait, Beej. I'm gonna go over to him and like crouch down a little to get on his level, and put my hands on his shoulders. Like, talking to the psychic is great, but if you're still having those nightmares, you don't need a psychic. Like, Hodaya, man, you've got me, you've got Dad, you've got Mom.
I was praying with Dad, and the nightmares, they have stopped for a while.
Bijan, make one more
Today.
brains check. DC 5.
Okay. Six.
Okay.
More brains. Plus one. They're not. Okay.
It's almost like you hear a whisper, but it's probably just the water.
And then I'll get in closer to Daria when she says that and whisper. Jessica said the same thing that the witch said in my dream. She
I'm,
asked what I wanted to know. And before, she's been saying a lot of the same things that I heard in my dreams, and her face changed for a second last time.
I'm just gonna hug him while he's saying this, since I'm already down there, almost in hug mode anyway, and start being suspicious and reconsidering, okay, maybe we do need to ask the psychic about your dreams.
Why is Jessica saying the same thing that she was in my dreams days before?
I'll, like, as I'm hugging him, I'll whisper back, we'll find out.
Okay.
And then I'll let him go.
Well, this last round of snackage is on me, but I can't promise that every time we meet up, I'm able to get you all lunch. If we do so again, you should pack something.
Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll ask Mom to grab some Lunchables at the store.
Jessica is hanging out with Rachel for one more night, right? And Rachel drops.
This is
okay,
Sunday, so she's got school in the morning.
Gotcha. And I don't drop her off at school in the morning.
She'll have to go home for that.
All right. Well, where does everyone need to go?
As everyone's kind of loading into the car, Jessica is gonna whisper to Colby for a second. Colby, I can't ask Rachel this because she won't be able to do it. But if something happens to me and it's more the witch and not me, I need you to stop me, okay?
We'll find a way around that.
But if it comes to it,
You have my word.
thanks.
I'm gonna walk home. Actually,
You sure?
yeah, I just had a lot on my mind. This has been a weird experience. I think I need to walk.
Rachel's going to try to appraise him because she suddenly has
You'll give me
a
like
fear
2
that he
seconds.
might, a fear that he might leak out some of the things that are bothering him.
Mhm.
I will wait till the GM returns so I can do
Oh,
a proper roll.
we'll just sit
But-
in the tension music.
Yeah, so-
But Rachel's reaction to your reactions are concerned that you might go to someone else about this info
Mhm.
and unwittingly let this info out.
Mhm.
At this point, I believe, well, I can't speak for Bijan, but Daria's going to be getting back in the car and would be encouraging Bijan to do so as well.
Sorry
GM,
about
Rachel
that.
would like to.
Good.
Yeah, you good? I assume so. Rachel would like to attempt to incite Colby based on his reactions to this whole scene. She's begun to be a little suspicious that he might go to someone about something.
All right, Rachel, make a charm roll, and Colby, how do you want to evade this?
I mean, grit. Grit.
Yeah, force of will, do it.
Yeah.
Make an opposed roll.
I have that stiff upper lip. That is.
Oh wait, this is a charm roll?
Yeah, you're making a charm roll. It's an opposed roll.
Darn, it's a 1.
I also rolled a 1.
Oh,
All
But
right, roll again.
can
Oh,
I
give a
use
plus.
adversity tokens for this? And also because I get the stuff about,
Oh,
Protected
yeah,
rebellious.
adults versus
Oh.
teens.
I
Yep.
get +3, so that would make it a 4.
darn my
You don't
decade
have to
over you.
use an opposed.
Stuck it, adult. Colby kick flips. He doesn't have a skateboard, but he kick flips.
And you can't pick up anything else,
Such-
Rachel,
He's such a rebel.
Ugh.
Yeah.
without a cause.
Brief lock eye, look you up and down moment, but then she'll motion into the car and get in herself.
Okay. Colby will just
Oh wait, no, that's right. He's going home. Yeah, never mind. I
walk
forgot.
home.
Get home safe. Yeah, she'll
Bye,
just
y'all.
See you
slowly
tomorrow,
drive
Colby.
people to their destinations.
See you tomorrow. Colby's gonna wait until they all drive off.
As we're about to drive, I'm gonna kind of look at Rachel like, we're really just gonna let him stay here?
Well, he said he was walking home. Rachel's gonna turn to Jessica. By the way, who has shotgun?
Shotgun!
Bijan
We'll
has
let
shotgun.
Bijan
The
have
car
it.
jumps in the front seat.
Jess, you don't think he'll tell anyone about this, do you? You know him better than I do.
Man, I don't know him that much. It's gonna feel mean to say. I don't think he's got anybody else to talk to. At least not from what I've seen at school.
Yeah, even he and I used to hang out a little bit, but we don't really anymore.
Well, sure nothing will happen to him. I don't think he's staying here. But
Besides, I
I don't think he'd
I
enjoy
feel
it
like
if
I
I
can-
stuffed him into the truck, which I'm sure I could.
you definitely could, but I feel like we can trust him.
I hope so. And she'll drive people to their destinations. First, the Optines.
Colby will wait until they have pulled off, and he will walk into the kudzu.
All right.
Son.
Make me a grit roll, DC 6. I want to see how long it takes you to.
I mean, this is probably burned into his memory, so.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Still, though, kudzu can be tricky.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Oh yeah, you know exactly where to go.
I don't
And
get
that
an
was
adversity token for that previous encounter, do I?
I think you
no,
do?
only
No? Okay.
not opposed rolls because that's more of our improvised insight check.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Than,
It'd be too easy for someone to just
Right.
fight
Yeah.
their
Just challenge
allies
each
and
other
gain a bunch of
constantly.
gain a bunch of adversity tokens.
Yeah. So yes, Colby, you make your way in with the 9. You're also checking, for snakes and stuff. This is
Mhm.
Snake Haven. But you're smart about it, especially because you will never be able to forget where you and the sheriff put your stepdad.
Mhm. Yeah. I will.
But things have changed a little bit. He's not just dumped on the side. He looks like someone arranged him. The kudzu has grown up and around his neck, and it looks like he's been hanged. And even more than that, he's decaying. He was put here in the summertime,
Mhm.
but there is a gaping hole in his chest. Like something has been taken.
More so than the gunshot wounds.
Oh, yeah. Like organ sized. You can feel your heart pounding in your chest. Right about where the hole is in your step down.
Kobe's gonna spit on him and leave.
All right.
Clearly, I'm not there. But
Oh,
just to
clearly you're
clarify-
not there.
To clarify for notes' sake, you did not say that he was buried here, right? You said
No,
was
he was.
He wasn't
Put
deposited.
left here.
Yes.
He was deposited.
Oh shit!
We didn't smell anything.
Colby had to walk a
Oh, okay.
good ways. And again, I don't know if any of you have seen kudzu in real life, but it is thick.
Yeah.
It's a wave.
Colby was very intentional in working his way through it to get there.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't be able to see footprints because it's just completely covered.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, Colby murdered somebody. And the sheriff's in on it. What?
Hmm.
And,
Oh,
and
God.
here Daria's been the most outwardly shifty friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
It's Colby.
Jesus.
So you guys,
What a
you guys
great-
expect
Mitchell's
any
gonna go
different
get
from
some
me?
icy and cheese puffs for everyone in
You
the
guys-
car,
You guys
and
are
then
like,
drop
"Oh,
off the
Ben's
upteens
just-
so
Ben's
that
just
they don't
being
get
a
held
goofy
up
boy."
by Rachel talking with her parents.
Sean is going to ask if anyone wants warm backpack carrots and peanut butter for the way back.
Once what?
Warm backpack carrots and peanut butter.
Oh, no, thank you.
I think I'm okay. If you wouldn't mind lending me some of your comics, though,
Yeah.
I think I'd like to read some of those.
Yeah, we'll give her 3 of the one where Sonder and her and Fume's big fight, and then they make up, and then they get together as a group. Give her those 3. Those episodes.
Aaron. Mhm, yeah, those.
Yeah, Aaron, which issues are those?
And then I'm just gonna quietly eat carrots and peanut butter.
I see party.
as we're driving, like, I don't know if throwing fireballs is anything like throwing a volleyball, but
Mm.
maybe I could tell you a little bit about how I aim when I'm doing that, and just kind of go into uh, what I do when I'm spiking a ball.
Yeah, Jessica will definitely take that advice because she'll even admit, in all honesty, I kind of thought I was going to set a tree on fire. I'm not good at, Rachel was the one who played catch with Dad. I'm not good at it.
You could show up to practice sometime, and I could show you, like in person.
We'll see, as long as I don't catch a volleyball on a fire.
I'm sure that won't happen.
Volleyball
Okay, I'm not sure that won't happen, but it probably won't happen.
That'd be pretty cool to see.
I kind of laugh at Bijan's comments.
I mean, if the witch is in any way vulnerable to fire, spiking a fireball at her sounds like a pretty cool way to deal with it. Rachel would like to get icy and cheese balls for everyone, just so that there's that replenishing nature of it.
As you all snack, Jess will get 2 psychic energy tokens back, so she's up to 4 out of her total 7.
Daria
Yeah.
requests red flavor.
You
Red
got
flavored cheese balls. The spicy ones.
I see.
now they're like
We have
3
cultural
different reds.
context for this.
Weren't hot Cheetos a thing
Oh,
at
absolutely.
that point?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want red
Probably,
flavored
yeah.
cheese balls.
Flamin' hot Cheetos.
Mhm.
Oh.
And once everyone's snacked up, Rachel will take them back to their apartment first, explaining that I have to take Jessica back home, and I don't want you guys to get held up if our parents
Oh,
come
yeah.
and cat us up for forever. So you both first.
See you at school tomorrow, Daria.
I see you at school tomorrow. Thanks again, Rachel.
Bijan, thanks for the comics.
We'll keep doing some homework. I point at Bijan's stack of books.
And I
Close-
will too,
Close
Bijan.
the door. And,
Yeah,
Jessica's-
drop them both off, then
Jessica's
head
gonna
to
look
the
over and
Welter's
go,
home. Oh,
"Oh yeah, Colby left his car here."
he sure did.
That
Well,
okay, that was weird, right?
he seems very spooked by all this. I mean,
Something.
it's a lot to take in, I'll be honest about it, but the rest of us seem to be able to roll with it.
I don't think it was the practice. I think it was about where we are. I don't know. Maybe he had a bad memory with the woods. Maybe he got lost as a kid, or something spooked him, or something like that.
He did
It's
suggest
so-
the river, so it's strange that he'd be more on edge. by
I mean, the river made sense for fire, but it could still be somewhere he doesn't like. Maybe he almost drowned as a kid. I honestly don't know a whole lot about him. But
Well, let me know if he doesn't show up tomorrow.
yeah, we'll know where to start looking. Or you can call the house when he picks up his car. I mean, you're gonna hear it, right?
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
exactly discreet.
If he'd have beaten us to his car, I would have heard it start from the forest.
Yeah.
Well, Rachel will take Jessica back to the Welter's house.
as they're having that conversation on the road, Daria is going to say to Bijan, I think we'll go see Rita the psychic by ourselves first, before we take anyone else. Just you and me, Bij.
See if she's like legit.
Well,
Do legit
Yeah.
declare.
Daria's not communicating her full reason. I don't know whether Bijan notices this or not, but she just agrees with whatever you said was the reason.
Bajan, make a charm roll. Daria, I don't know if you want to use flight or you want to like counter charm, however you want to try to evade
Sure, yeah.
Bajan's insight.
I'll flight it.
4.
Oh yeah. No. That's an 18.
So that explodes. Hold on.
Oh, you can make it. Just keep going.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 total.
Sweet, innocent Bajan in his own little world.
Who are the people at home? Daria's just trying to protect her little brother, and what he said what he whispered in her ear at the practice was concerning. So she wants to go independently if there's any chance that there could be some creepy witch stuff going on with Jessica and we can't trust her. And then by proxy, we can't trust her older sister because, of course, her older sister is going to want to be more aligned with Jessica.
Yeah.
Then we need to go to the psychic first and see if we can figure this out. What the dreams and congruence with Jessica's statements means.
John is totally just like, yeah, because that.
Bajan's like, I know a superhero. She's completed her training.
She knows how to do the fireballs.
And
One
we'll
fireball.
just go into our
I'm
house
done.
and
She's already mastered.
do normal us stuff. I'm sure I've got homework that I've put off since I've been like sneaking around all
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh,
So
for sure. And homecoming's next weekend. So if you and Alex want to, work on your Spirit Week plans and
yeah, totally.
all those things.
Driving to the Welter's house to drop off Jess.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything in particular you want to say? Or are you just going to drop her off?
Before getting there, Jessica will bring up just
Rachel?
to. Oh,
You did it this time.
I did. Rachel will bring up.
Incident this time.
You know, everyone who was helping us out seemed really cool, but if I find that any of them have or do anything that would put you at risk, I'm going to beat them up.
I think
I don't
they all
care
know
that they're teens.
I think it's well understood that you've got my back. And I'm thankful for that. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have you for this.
Well, you don't need to. She'll stop the car and actually turn to Jess. Do you trust Colby?
I think so. I don't. So remember how I told you that I got a weird vision when I touched his arm in the cemetery? I saw someone who looked a lot like him, but like old-timey.
Yeah.
I saw that person in the book. He was the pastor of the church that didn't burn down.
I don't know what that could mean.
I don't know either. I think it's an ancestor of his. But if the woman that died in the fire was our ancestor, then
Do we think this is a reincarnation thing? That everyone's coming back in some way? Because I don't like that theory.
no, I don't. Oh, I hope it's not that. That seems. I don't know. I've accepted a witch. I don't think I can accept being my great aunt again. But
Better
I
her
don't-
than the witch.
yeah. And maybe Bajan was right. Maybe she was somehow the witch also. But no, something about that pastor and something about Colby, I feel like I can trust.
I'll take your word for it. How much you think I assume that we both agree to not tell much of this to Mom and Dad.
Oh, no, they're not going to know any of this at all. As far as they're concerned, we had a very boring weekend. We watched movies. We had a lot of junk food.
Cool.
Do you want them to know you went on a date or no?
You sure can, but know that the moment you do, the rest of whatever morning or evening is going to be dedicated to that.
Yeah, to Mom answering you on the phone if she doesn't show up at your apartment herself.
Oh God, I do not want that. There's.
Maybe I'll let you tell them when you're ready.
Thank you. That sounds like a more manageable way of relaying that. Plus, I mean, it was only one date. I mean,
Yeah, you don't want to spook Lacey.
hardly an
Just
item.
after one date. You gonna go on a second date?
Maybe Friday. Do you? Oh, we should decide that. Your plans for Friday? Are you going to? Was it homecoming?
Yeah, Friday's homecoming.
Are you going to that?
Team.
Because it would, if I had a date with Lacey, that would take up my evening.
Please go on a date with Lacey and don't hang out with me on Friday. If you get the chance to pick me or Lacey, please pick Lacey. I would never forgive you.
Heard. Do you have plans for that?
I can find plans for Friday.
Okay.
Even if I go to the game to get Mom off my back to get out of the house.
Go Flames.
You see that Jess has never really thought about why that's the school mascot, and it
Right.
suddenly clicks in a very uncomfortable way.
Yeah. Sure has a different feel to it now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now that I've said it.
What sick person was like, let's name the school team after a town fire where somebody died?
Maybe it was Colby's ancestor.
I don't know. You really
So much
don't.
Colby
Who
hate now.
survived.
You
I mean-
really don't like him, do you?
No, that was not that so much as his.
You guys didn't even know that there was a body there.
Just so it was so much that pastor
Boy
guy
says,
was
"I have a
probably
lot on my
anti-witch. Makes me think of the witch trials. Burned her.
A boy says, I don't know, there's a lot on my mind. I think I'm gonna walk home, and suddenly everybody's like, do you trust him? Is he evil? Is he going to kill us all?
See, I think all that started for Rachel as soon as Colby held her
Answer to
hand.
those
She was like,
questions is yes.
I don't trust her.
All of this and more on Dragon Ball Z.
I was thinking, Jess, more along the lines of there's burning of the witch as a pastor, rather than celebration of. That was credit to his family, rather than.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, get out of here. Love you, Jess. Be safe. And if you need anything, I'm going to come breaking down through walls. I will Hulk my way into that building if something happens to you there.
Oh yeah.
Love you, Rachel.
Love you too, Jess. She'll
Bye.
lean over, give her a hug and kiss. Send her out. Have a good week.
You too. So,
And one way or
Daria.
another, I will see you Friday.
Yes. Daria, were you planning on going to the psychic that day or later during the week?
Just later during the week sometime.
Okay. So,
I would say probably by the time Rachel's getting back to her place, that's when Colby gets to his car.
I would like to roll to instinctively know that he made it back to his car.
I feel like as you're pulling into the apartment
Yeah.
complex, that's when, yeah.
You're pulling in, you hear the.
Oh, good. Kobe made
Oh,
it back
he's
to his car.
Everyone in the
Sorry.
city is like, "Oh, good, Colby."
Yeah, Rachel probably has time to park the car, turn it off, leave, and get to the front door before that thing starts. She'll actually walk up to the car window and look in at him.
You don't
You should like
knock on
crank
it,
down your window.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You need help?
No, all's good.
All right.
Everything all right? Everybody get home okay?
Yep. Good to see that you did.
Yeah, just had a lot on my mind. Wanted to sort my thoughts out. No, I never answered your question about do I believe or not, and I think that's kind of what I needed to think about. Is I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are any number of explanations that could be made for any of these things, but I don't know. It feels a little too fantastical,
I mean, absolutely. But you saw Jessica shoot fire out of her hands.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how you would explain that.
You're right. And yes, this is a tape measure, by the way.
Well, again, if you need anything for this poor dying thing or something else, if you need a pair of hands or even just a place to go,
mm-hmm.
you at least know where I am.
Right. I wouldn't say anything about this, right? I mean, my family's already gotten enough attention the last year. We don't need any more.
She'll, after a moment, give that kind of like half smile, nod her head, and be like, yeah, I can understand.
Can I be honest with you? I do really like your sister.
Her eyes will go up perhaps a bit more
but
higher than she would willfully do.
Your eyebrows are like
yeah,
going back into her hairline.
yeah, I know that's a dangerous thing to say. But when it comes down to it, I think she's just too good for me. So you don't need to worry about that.
How about you let her decide?
I guess so.
For what it's worth, Colby, I don't know you that well. I don't think any of us know each other that well. But you've done us some real good gestures in the last couple of days.
Well,
I think you're a pretty good guy. When it comes to Jessica, and eyes shoot back up, that still remains to be seen. But the offer remains.
I appreciate that.
Hope you get home safe.
Thank you. Really, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then he does this thing where he has to like take the car into drive, then to neutral, and then like just kind of like jiggle it into drive again to see if the gear actually shifts over. It's like
Rachel holds back comments on how what he's doing is further damaging the car. But at this point, the car is too lost.
It's going to catch. It's going to catch. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Don't. And there we go. All right. Well, I guess I'll see you at a different time. All right.
See you around, Colby.
See ya. And he
She'll
will
salute him.
drive off to go pick up his sisters from Mr. Freely's house.
My brain immediately told me so he could go pick up her sister.
I'm gonna go on a date.
Go drive off, go pick up her sister.
I'll go pick up my sisters from Mr. Freely's house. And what time is it about now?
Probably like 4 or 5.
All right, perfect. I'll go work my shift at the hatchet launch.
You got to make it to work.
I got it to work, and he's like, "Well, good for you, finally showing up." So, and that'll be
Alright.
the rest of my night.
And with that, that's where we're going to take a break.
Woo!
All right, everybody. See you back here in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Wee 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 wee.
Right.
And here we go.
Hey, everybody, we're back.
Back at last. Back again.
We have
Guess who's
refueled
back?
and rehydrated.
We are back. All right, I'm gonna go hide in the lurk in the shadows. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Have fun in the shadows.
So I made some potatoes, some mashed potatoes, and some chili. And the entire time I was cooking it, I was singing a little song to myself. Just go, potatoes and chili and potatoes and chili, potatoes and chili and potatoes and chili. And then when I got it, I just shoved it in my mouth, and the entire time in my brain is just potatoes and chili and potatoes and chili.
And when you're doubled over with a hurt stomach the next day, potatoes and potatoes and chili.
So when I get an Instagram message from you at like 3 a.m., it's just gonna say potatoes and chili.
Everyone message Dreamy at 3 a.m. Taters and chili.
It's gonna be like a voice message of me just on my bathroom floor. Potatoes and chili.
Echo.
Please do. I'll save it for every time I'm having a bad day. I'll just be like,
I can just set my text messages to like send at a certain time. I don't even have to be awake for it. It should just happen.
I'll text you all at 6 a.m. when my alarm goes off tomorrow.
Do it.
Anyways.
That's fine. I ain't scared. I'll sleep through that stuff.
That'll be 2.5 hours after I'm up, so I'll be well awake.
Yeah. Well, you know. Anyways. Okay, so Sunday comes to an end unless anyone had anything they wanted to do before we wrap up Sunday and move into the week.
Rachel should probably go stock on food. We do not need to roleplay that, but Rachel does not have any food in her apartment.
And I feel
Can
like
we
if
do
you
a
want to go do
shopping
that
episode?
Sunday, you know that Lacey is off work, so you can go in unjudged for what you buy. There's no panic buying Supreme Pizza this time.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone with the exception of Rachel heads to school the next day, and we're gonna kind of play out scenes here and there over this back half of our episode to carry us throughout the school, because no one wants to roleplay school day by day. I mean, if you do, there are streams for that. This is not one of them.
Oh,
Sorry, Ben. Guess you got another game to run.
bye.
Bye.
We all came into this game with the wrong understanding of what it was.
Irredeemable.
Kids in class.
Hey, that's my word.
Daria, you do hear a new rumor at school.
Mhm.
You're pretty sure you know who it started with. There's a rumor that Colby and Jessica are dating.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know. It would take a day or two before it would get around to Colby and Jessica, by nature of what group it started in and how that group kind of spreads information.
Well,
I don't know if you want to try to shut down any of that, add to it, or just kind of let it pass over and around you.
goodness, let me see here.
There is a wrong decision.
No, I don't think that she has any reason to try to shut down that rumor.
She'll be like, no way. Did y'all hear?
Yeah, I know.
You were with Alex in the graveyard if you want to add to it. But again, you can also let it pass over and around you.
Boy, it could be good for
I will say,
social capital to
by
add to the
nature
rumor.
of the graveyard, Alex does add to it.
Okay, well, crap. I have to back up my best friend. So, I'm not gonna say much more than what she says, but I will confirm whatever Alex is saying.
If you want to try to remain as neutral as possible, you can confirm that, like, y'all were in the graveyard, you saw them come in together, you saw them leave together, if you just kind of want to leave it at that.
Leave together, okay.
Oh, is Alex lying that we left with them?
No, Alex is not going to say that you all left together,
Okay, then I'm not gonna say anything about whether they left together or not either.
but that you saw
Mhm.
them come in together.
They showed up together.
Okay.
Mhm. Also, how many people are in this high school? This is like a small school.
5.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like 2 people in the corner. It's just the 6 of us.
Well, and so wait though. So like Zach and Mia are definitely telling people about the fact that they were at the graveyard. That genie is out of the bottle already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
Yeah, they, from how you hear it told, all of your different groups kind of ran into each other. That like maybe, because Alex knew that Mia and Zach were going to be there, so like they will acknowledge that like there was some maybe pre-discussing of the 4 of you, but that you all saw Colby and Jessica arrive. Zach is going to lean into a little bit that like, yeah, there was a fire, it was no big deal, but like they had left before then.
Okay. He's claiming that he didn't even see the fire happen.
Well, that like
Knew there was
I mean,
a
that
fire. We were down the
they-
street.
Yeah, that he doesn't want any implication that he might have been involved.
Right.
But, if there was a fire, like, it wasn't a big deal, like, what's a fire? Like, that's not gonna scare him or anything. That the witch's
Alright,
grave
well.
was not scary, it just was.
So far, the safest thing for me to do, both socially and from the cop's standpoint, is to just agree with the mayor's son. So whatever he says is what he's saying, and
Okay.
and I just go along with the story. However, I do remember that during character creation, Daria cares more about Colby than Colby cares about her. So I am going to
When you say it like that, it makes me
at
sound like
some
an asshole.
time during at some time during the school day, I want to find a way to run into Colby in the hallway or something,
Mhm.
go to his locker, and let him know that there is a rumor about him, not who started it or who's contributing to it.
Why don't you play this
But-
out?
Okay.
He'll be putting his books in his locker and he'll close the door, and I guess you'll
Yep.
just be standing there, very
Yes,
high school
exactly.
drama style.
Exactly.
She,
Hey, Colby.
Colby closes the locker, and
She's
on the
just
other
there.
side is Daria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every
See that.
teen show ever.
Yep.
Tropes are tropes for a reason, man.
Mhm. Hi.
So,
What's
how
up?
are you doing since yesterday?
Fine. Just a normal Monday.
Okay. So, just thought you should know that there's a rumor that you and Jessica are probably dating. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but it's going around. And it's no secret that all of us were at the graveyard.
So now I'm conflicted because that's like awesome. It's a great rumor.
And then oh, I'm definitely gonna do a very teen girl thing here, and I'm gonna lean up against the locker and say, I think though, if you're not dating, that you owe it to her to stop the rumor now.
You're right. Does she know about it?
I haven't seen her yet today.
Has she been here today? I would have seen her in class. I'm sure.
Yeah, y'all would have seen each other in passing in class
Okay.
at this point.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you two talk about it.
All right. Do you know where it started? I mean, I guess I know where it started, but
Yeah,
did you
do
hear
really
it
need to
directly from
ask?
them?
I mean, they are my friends.
Well,
You guys are my friends too. Just, you know, in
In
a
a
different
different way.
way.
yeah, in a different way. Alrighty. Well, thank you for the heads up.
Yeah.
Colby's gonna turn around and immediately go to find Zach.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, the school is small and he's not hard to find.
Zach,
Colby.
you remember that $40 I owed you?
Yeah.
Puts the $40 back on the table. Sorry it took so long. He's just gonna turn, walk away.
All right, and you definitely hear muttering behind you as Zach tries to explain what that was all about.
Hey, thanks for spreading that rumor, man. Everyone thinks so cool.
Yeah!
This is a little something for you. That's a costly rumor.
Daria, by the end of the day, you will hear the addition of the bet and that Zach and Mia won the bet.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna contest the fact that they won the bet a little bit. At least to not directly to those two when we're together.
Mhm. But maybe like at volleyball practice.
But to our team, yeah. Alex and I know the truth. Because that's a slightly different group of people.
Mm-hmm. Each kind of in there. You've got your volleyball like,
It's a Venn diagram of
and then
the
yes,
lives
and then
of
they've each
Daria
got their own
off
little like
team.
pockets.
Yeah.
The Lives of Daria, this Friday on ABC Family.
Excuse me, on the WB.
No, that would be
Zach
like
such
Family
fuel.
Show, please.
To be like, "Yeah, yes, this $40 being kindly returned to me is me winning a bet and breaking even.
I'm glad that that's
I bet
what you
he
did.
didn't
I
even
was
give the
very
20 back to
worried.
Mia.
Zach probably kept me as 20.
Yeah.
Zach's like, I've got to pay for your date somehow.
I'm gonna
Got to
pay
get
with
you a
her money.
corsage for homecoming.
Uh-huh.
All right.
You bought this, babe.
Do you talk to Jessica at all that day? Do either one of you talk to Jessica?
I'm sure there will be a point. Yeah, I'm sure he would try to broach the subject at some point.
Yeah, and I check in with her. It's just say hi.
Also, this
Yeah.
is the sticky note that had all the substances Trevor had to eat.
Actually, wait.
If I rolled,
I'm not gonna say hi. I'll say hi after school. Maybe I need to remember who I am after all.
Mhm.
Colby, you have English
Inspiration.
after lunch
Oh, okay.
with Jessica. I was trying to remember which class.
That was in fact the one where I was trying to read her notes or whatever the hell she was doing.
Her doodles, yes.
Her doodles.
Boy, me,
Sure.
boy, me, boy.
Behind me, what the hell is she drawing? Is that a box? I don't understand these cartoons.
Why could I hear her doodle talk?
All right. I guess I'll have to like catch up with her after class or something.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah.
casually walk up.
Yeah, you can kind of time it so you try to like leave the class at the same time.
Mhm. So how you doing?
So far, so good.
It's good. So apparently a rumor has been going around about us. I don't know if you've heard about that.
Yeah, things don't stay secrets for very long here. We all know who started it, right?
Right. Well, I guess.
Secrets, rumors don't stay very private for long.
Right. I guess my question is, what do you want to do about it?
Can't be dating if you haven't gone on a date. Seems more like that's up to you.
Well, then, what are you doing after school today?
Well, Daria hasn't called any more superhero practice, so I guess nothing so far.
All right, then it's a date.
Okay.
All right.
She is gonna turn and walk in one direction,
And I'll get
like 3 or 4 lockers down, and then realize she has to go the other way for her next class.
And Kobe's like,
Daria's just nurturing romance.
Wow.
wait,
I
shit,
knew
my classroom
Colby
was
would
back.
just fucking own it.
Wait, shit, my classroom was right next to the last one. I gotta go back.
There's only one thing to do about this.
Daria,
rumor.
roll me a d20.
There's only one thing to do.
14 and up, and you saw
Invest.
this go down.
Okay. I did not. I rolled an 11, so I maybe heard secondhand that it went down.
Roll me
Oh,
one
you
more d20.
did?
13 and up, Alex saw it.
Nice. She's my second set of eyes in the school.
That's not fair. I want a second set
Easier
of eyes in
familiar.
this
You
school.
can spend an action to see through her eyes.
Alex did see.
Okay,
Just
Alex saw.
barely. With a
Okay.
13, exactly.
Alex definitely saw them have to like swap and like turn directions. Okay. Okay. I love it when fate intervenes.
Mhm.
Throw a little chaos in. Well, for like who saw.
Influenced fate.
All right. So that's something new to add to the list for Monday.
Mhm.
I am going to jump over to Rachel because Rachel, I know that on Monday's your off day. You had a phone call you wanted to make.
Yes.
To the president.
The FBI.
Is this the president?
Mr. President, it's her.
It's you know who it is.
Ah, Rachel.
Let me remind myself.
Although, who would it? It would be Bill Clinton at this point, right?
Yeah. No.
Was it
Yes.
Bill-
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
yes,
Ra-
we are weeks before the highly contested
Oh,
what is
the
it, Gore
hanging
Bush election.
chads?
Yes.
Well, I did not have sex with that woman.
Rachel
Alright.
would like to call Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in fact, Bill Clinton on the other line.
Again, I love chaos. Roll me a d20. 10 or below, you get her voicemail.
I
dropped it.
do
That's-
that. You would dangle that apple, that carrot.
That's a 3.
Mm,
All right. What does your voicemail say? Leave Lacey a voicemail.
You have 25 words or less.
Got the voicemail. Hey, Lacey.
Voicemail.
It's Rachel. Just giving you a call because we were going to make plans for Friday. I am free. So if you wanted to...
Beep.
This voicemail box is currently full.
Oh no.
Well... So if you are...
Press
if
1
you-
to listen to your message. If you're happy with your message, press 2.
Rachel will delete that and call
Colby's
again.
like,
I'm going to
this
say
is
it
what
much
happens
quicker.
when you interrupt the hand holding.
Rachel's going to delete that message and give her a call and say it faster. Hey Lacey, it's Rachel. I am free on Friday. We should make plans. Call me back when your thing is when you're able to. Bye.
So, when you're
If you're happy with your message.
I'm not
Press
happy
4.
with it. Thanks.
This is wonderful.
It's really hard to keep track of words when somebody's just saying them in the normal flow.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Travis
great.
does a great job with it. I'm like, I think.
All right. I will say that later that night,
By the way, Rachel's going to go work out and hike and get those muscles all strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn. Second date. Gonna get the veins in the legs.
What time of day do you go work out?
Pretty early.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're one of those.
There's nothing a girl
so-
likes more than leg veins.
Next call to Lacey that she deletes is, hey!
Hey, lady, I got
Says
the
it,
leg
immediately
veins.
hangs up.
Lacey will call you back that evening once she gets off work.
Hello?
All right. Hold on. Aaron's looking for a. You can tell he's looking for a sound effect. Or is he just looking for different music? He's looking for phone call
excuse me.
music. All right. So you answer the phone. I don't know if you have caller ID.
No, it's good.
Nope.
In the early aughts, I don't think so.
Hello?
Nice.
Rachel?
This is perfect.
Oh, hey.
Hey, it's Lacey.
Hey there.
Hey, I got your voicemail about Friday.
Yes. Sorry, it was so quick. Your voice box was full.
Sorry, I haven't figured out how to delete messages yet.
That's fine. Are you free on Friday?
Yeah, I'm.
Cool. What did you want to do? You'd mentioned a movie, right?
I think we had talked about football, actually.
Football, yes. Homecoming game.
Sports, yes.
I hope that's okay. I know, like it's. I mean, it's high school
that's-
football. I mean, it's not like it's the Rebels or anything, but
That's fine by me. Happy to go with you.
yeah. Be
Uh,
fun to go together.
When do you want to meet up? Should I pick you up?
Yeah, you can pick me up this go around.
Okay. You dressing up for it? Should I?
Yeah.
It'd be way easier to
What's-
dress up for that than anything formal.
Yeah, what's football without a little face paint?
Nothing is nothing. It's people throwing pigskin around.
Yeah, maybe we can go to the parade before the game.
I would love that.
Yeah. I mean, I say I'll definitely see you then, but I'll probably see you at the store this week, maybe.
Yeah, I never know exactly what days you work there because I've tried not to stalk your work days.
I will, and she'll kind of tell you what day she's working. If you want to swing by.
I would love to. All right then. See you before Friday, but certainly on Friday. I'm very excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
No, you hang up.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later, Lacey.
Okay, bye, Rachel.
Bye. Have a good week. And hang it up, and all the energy will go out. Oh! Okay, that is way easier to prepare for than the previous date. And she'll go buy a bunch of face paint.
Now, who do I dress up as for the next session? Jessica? Lacey? One
Have
half
one
Jessica,
side
one
be
half
one.
Lacey? Top down tabletop.
JC?
You're all
Ooh.
beautiful, beautiful people. I love you.
No.
Bring in the good chives.
Heck yeah.
To catch you all up really quick, we had some superhero training go down at the beginning of the episode, and now we're kind of hitting some high points during our school
And
week.
no other reveals.
No
Oh, yeah.
one murdered their stepfather and hid their body in the kudzu. Nope.
That was
No, nothing like that at all.
non-existently weird.
That's not totally specific.
One
Yeah,
of us
if something
may
like
or
that
may
were to
not
have happened,
have
that
or
would
definitely
be-
killed their stepdad.
Yeah, boy.
Vision. I know that you wanted to do some homework during the week.
Yeah.
For books.
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you going to look at both books? Are you going to kind of take your time with them?
Yeah, I'll spend like 2 days on each book.
All right, since you're... Make me a brains check. This is going to cover both of them, and we're going to set the DC really low at 3.
4.
Yeah. Perfect. So, here are some high points, some things you think are noteworthy in your herbs book. The ginger for stomach aches sticks out because of how Jessica's powers have made people feel sick.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need me to send you all this in like a chat later, I can, so you don't have to furiously take notes. Lemon balm for anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Sage for cleansing and purification. That's a big one. People will burn sage to like cleanse rooms, vibes, spirits, all of that. And then rosemary for protection.
Okay. Cool.
And then your myth book on the section on witches, it's some general information about like witch trials and things. People believe that, like witches had sold their soul for powers from beyond, but that ultimately, a lot of it was probably women who, stepped out of traditional historical roles and were punished for that. But at the same time, people who believed in it had different ways to try to ward off evil. One thing that existed in England gets this kind of, like history of like witchcraft in England into like the colonies and stuff, because it's more of like a history book from the library.
Yeah.
Something called apotropeos, which means averting evil. So they would do things like make witch bottles and put in hair and fingernail clippings and even like urine of people who thought were being like cursed by a witch to ward off the witch. People would place shoes on ledges inside a chimney to capture bad spirits. And just little superstitions like that to ward off evil.
Yes, they'll never get through if we put shoes on their feet.
I love the idea of Bijan bringing shoes into the house and like putting them near the window or something, because we have no chimney, and Dad just being like, "What are you doing?"
I adore the
It's for
idea
the
of an
witch,
evil
Dad.
spirit trying to break into your house via your
Just getting
window,
stuck in a
stepping
shoe.
into some shoes and being like, "Shit!"
Damn it, now I'm fancy. No, I didn't want to wear the high heels.
And you walk in on him and he's just like, "Yeah,
Or the spirit's just like, "Oh, these pumps look really nice."
how could I not?
At least they're Birkenstocks.
I could
mean,
use some shoes."
So that's what you pick up on those 2 books.
Cool. All right, I got those down.
All right, so we have done that rumor. Rachel did that. Okay, so we're gonna swing back around to Monday after school.
Oh,
Jessica and Colby.
No. Oh God,
Hey, you asked for it to be Monday.
I know. Well, I was nervous. Good.
All right,
yeah.
Eggman.
Yeah.
Hey, you forgot you were an egg.
Not right now. It's too warm in here to be an egg. I have hatched. I am now a chicken. Mwah. Yeah. So Colby will. Well, I guess he's just gonna wait at his car. Like, I don't know what the protocol is for this.
Yeah, so you're gonna wait in the parking lot. Yeah, because in your nervousness, neither of you discussed where to meet just after school.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, she'll find you. Again, this school is not that big. As everyone leaves, she will spot you in the parking lot.
So, didn't really think this out very much. Anything you want to do in particular?
I mean, you were the one that asked me out.
That is true.
Damn you and your logic.
Dan,
You've
your
caught me.
feminine wiles, you know too much.
Let's trade your powers.
Great.
You want to shoot fire at me?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
let me
baby.
reset her power since it's a new
Hey,
day.
baby, you want to shoot fire at me? Well, do you want to stay in town? You want to drive out of town?
I just have a 9 o'clock curfew on a school night.
I mean, it is 3 o'clock, so I have about 6 hours.
Dang.
It's like, dang.
Well, when you put it that way.
Dang. All right. Well, there's a nice spot not too far outside of town that's there's like a little overlook over a lake. It's nice. It's nice. Not a huge lake, but it is, a quiet place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds
Uh,
nice.
We'll hop in the car and we'll drive.
All right.
Even though it's probably gonna get dark around like 4:30 because it's
Oh. Yep, because it's October.
it's
And it's
October.
probably right before time change. You got till like
Oh, yeah.
5:30.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, then yeah, we have about until 5:30. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know of any cliffs or hills or overlooks of lakes in that area. I'm sure you would know, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll find that one. The one.
Hey, chat's giving you some good lines here, Colby.
Let's see.
Trevor add to the kudzu. No.
You mean the other people in this call?
Yes.
Saunders just quoting a song.
Yeah.
All right. So as you two drive out to this little overlook, I'm not going to make you RP the whole date.
Okay, perfect.
Is there anything in particular you want to talk about or bring up, or is it just kind of that like awkward teen first date? Also, I know you have superpowers.
Please don't set me on fire. No, I mean, I'm sure. I'm actually kind of surprised that you said yes. To be honest,
Why are you so surprised?
I mean, I'm the odd one out. Everybody kind of pities me and my family, so just feels a little too good to be true.
We can't help our family.
No, I understand that, but it's just nice to be able to do something for me for once.
You deserve to have something nice. Not have that. I don't know how that came out. I feel like it didn't come out right.
You
By
ever
something
get the
nice,
feeling
I mean
Rachel's
me.
just watching you from wherever the hell you are?
All the time. We didn't talk a whole lot about the picture in the book.
No. Yeah, I guess. Is there anything else you saw, or was it just like a flash of me with mutton chops?
It was just like a flash of, I guess, the guy in the book, the Reverend Thomas Colville.
I mean, he didn't look too bad. Maybe I should try mutton chops.
I don't know. I think maybe the time and place for.
I can bring it back. I'm sure people with weird facial hair is going to come back in style in like 10 years. So by that point, I can probably grow like a decent beard.
And Halloween's next week, so you can give it a shot.
I can't grow a beard by Halloween.
Okay, well, something
I
from the
mean-
party store then.
It's worth a shot. Oh, yeah. No, I guess
So is he like one of your ancestors or something?
I mean I'm assuming so. My mom and I aren't really on the best of talking terms right now. Um on account of, Terrence leaving and everything going on. Uh it's I'm don't you air quotes that. But I guess 'cause, I mean her name was Colville at one point. So I mean it
Yeah,
makes
and
sense if he was in town.
nobody seems to leave much here.
The thing I find interesting is that he seems to be the one who wanted the witch to be buried in the cemetery, which is a little weird. I granted.
Was that in a book?
I mean, was it in the book or was it in something in the library that we read?
No, you heard that from the sheriff.
Ah, no. A friend of mine told me. He, I'm doing stuff for people all over town, and so I guess I consider like Mr. Freely my friend. I consider the sheriff my friend because these are just people that I see on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But no, the sheriff told me that because I
You
was wondering.
two
Oh,
talk about the witch very
yeah,
often?
well, because I didn't say anything about you, and I didn't say anything about us being at the cemetery, but I did go see him that night, and I'd asked him because I had seen the lights at the cemetery, and I asked him, "Hey, I saw you. I followed the lights of the cemetery hoping to find you, and you weren't there, so I came back to the station and talked to him, and I was like, what was going on with that? Like, why is there a witch in the cemetery? All that kind of stuff." It's like, oh, some Baptist priest, preacher, whatever, put her in there. And I was like, that's weird. Why? And he says, I don't know. I don't really care. And I was like, all right, well, good enough for me. And now that I know I'm related to him, I guess that's a little bit more information that I need to figure out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been talking a lot.
No, it's okay. I'm sitting here thinking, why would you want to put someone that you burned alive in the cemetery?
I mean, unless he had some sort of connection to her.
Seems like we've all got connections in some way or another. We just don't understand any of it.
Well,
Would you
I guess.
wanna would you wanna go to the football game together on Friday?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I would. I don't know much about football, but I could be persuaded to make an appearance.
It's okay. Not no one. Most of the people who go to the games don't know anything. It's more of the place to be and be seen.
Is that something you want to be seen with me?
I think so. I think I've done enough sitting in the shadows after everything.
All right. I'm more distracted right now because I see Trevor making a funny face and then looking down to start typing something. Like the
You're
mischievous little
ridiculous.
shit that he is. Are so freaking weird.
Now Isker's got her poker face on, typing
Okay,
her chat.
Unzu. Okay, Unzu. Y'all are so dumb. I mean, I guess by that same note, do you want to go to the dance? No.
Yeah.
All right. No, I have to warn you, I don't know how to dance.
It's okay.
Um,
I'll show you a few dances.
all right. Yeah, great. Well then I guess it's a date. That's some people still say, right? I'm not just using that phrase too much.
No, it's a date.
All right. Great. And he will just very, very confidently put his hand on hers.
And they watch the sun go down together.
And it's so freaking cute.
All right, let me look over my notes of what all you wanted to do during the week.
And then the zombie of my stepfather somehow comes out of nowhere. He's like,
Drags
I'm
you
proud of
into
you,
the-
son! Yeah, exactly like that.
Daria,
Mhm.
I know you had a few things on your to-do list.
I do. So at some point, maybe not, Tuesday or something, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now that word is spread around town about something going on at the graveyard and the chains being broken, I assume everybody's
Mhm.
talking about that.
Yeah, especially with like Zach and his big mouth and the bet.
Okay.
That's
I'm-
kind of gotten out amongst the school.
I have not given up on finding, yes, Jessica has strange powers, but maybe they're grounded in the laws of nature somehow. So I am going to ask Mr. Spratley during class, just raise my hand at some point. Like,
Is there a way somebody can shoot fire from their
not
hands?
that one, but Mr. Spratley, you've heard about the chains breaking, right? At the
He's gonna
graveyard?
kind of. Yep.
Is there anything that could have done it? Like, probably someone with bolt cutters, sure. But scientifically,
I mean, chains are made out of metal. Metal rusts. They've been out there since I've been in high school and have gotten to the graveyard.
see, I think they just got old and snapped, like, suddenly.
That's the most logical explanation. Especially with the amount of kids that go by and mess with them.
This answer does not satisfy Daria because she was there. It's like, but what if it was something more dramatic, right? Like the rumors say there was a flash of lightning.
What do you want me to say, Daria? That lightning hit the chains, broke rusted chains?
That's possible, right?
It's possible. I mean, we've talked about the scientific method. If you've got a theory, you have to test it. We can't test something that already happened, so all we can do is approach it with method in hand. Think through the most logical answer.
Right. So someone probably just pulled them. since this is during class and not like just afterwards one-on-one, Daria's not gonna press further. But the science teacher saying, no, this is like the thing you saw isn't possible in science is gonna reinforce.
And also with his side, you figure over the years, he's probably been asked something along the lines more than once. And it's like, well, we made it to October this year.
Got it. Okay, well, that's all I'll ask then, and just continue with whatever we're doing at the time.
I'm gonna say Alex is in that class with you, and she's gonna kind of like give you a side eye during this conversation, because you two haven't talked anymore about this yet, have you? Like what all happened post you spending the night at her house?
No, just since we spent the night, because we basically agreed that we were just gonna kind of keep moving on with things.
Yeah.
And you know what? Since she is side-eyeing me after class, I'm like, I mean, Zach and me are already talking about everything, so I may as well try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, but they didn't talk about extra explanations for why the chain's breaking. They just kind of talked about being there and then being gone.
Yeah, I'm just curious, right? Anybody could be curious.
Yeah, just, I don't know, don't draw too much attention to us. I don't want people digging into more of what we saw. We said we weren't going to talk about what we saw, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you did leave out that we left with Jess and Colby, and so that's, yeah. Okay, maybe I said a little too much.
I mean,
I don't think anyone's gonna
They've
care.
already got enough attention, right? Like, everyone thinks they're dating. I'm pretty sure they're actually dating.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I didn't
Do you want
question
everyone
that.
to know that we all left together?
No, not really. Just, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we're gonna run into them. It's a small school, right? Especially if they're like a thing now. But it's whether you want us to be it to be known that we're hanging out with them.
I mean, we
don't
just went
think
to the
Zach
graveyard together. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think Zach started that rumor to be nice to Jessica. Honestly, I think he was trying to like be a dick to her by starting that. But apparently they're actually dating after all, so what do I know?
Yeah. Okay, well, you're right. I shouldn't have said anything during science class.
I mean, it's fine. I'm pretty sure someone asks about it every year. We just said we weren't going to bring it up again, okay?
Okay. And I don't think there's anything more to that scene either, you know?
That's all I have to say about that.
And that's
About
kind of
time to
how
hit the
we're
old dusted trail.
it's kind of how we're doing these
Well,
vignettes.
I think I'm gonna go home now.
We did that.
The day is winding down for me.
I do want to give you and Bijan a chance to go talk to the psychic when he comes back.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Colby, on Tuesday, Pastor Milton Wells will stop by the house. I want you to talk me through this. How do you think that goes with Colby's mom? He visits kind of on his visiting rounds, like while the kids are at school.
You know, she's probably respectful of the Reverend, but anytime he brings up Colby, she like spits, calls him the devil child.
Just taking a quick note. I think after a bit, he's going to realize he's not really getting anywhere with this, and he's done what he can to be kind and to check in.
Colby will have been sitting outside the room, would have heard all of it, but will still be like, so how'd it go?
Well, Colby, you know I'm always there if you need anything. Anything.
I appreciate that, Pastor.
Colby, you do a good job taking care of your family.
I try. I try. Quick question for you. How much would the pastor know about Terrence?
I think he knows what everyone in town knows, that Terrence left.
Um,
I think it is just you and the sheriff that know. Well, as far as you know, just you and the sheriff know.
right. I mean, as far as like his behavior.
I think it was probably known that he was an alcoholic throughout town, because you can't really hide buying that much booze. There are probably theories as to the abuse, but probably nothing like confirmed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Kobe will keep quiet then.
Okay. And then Bijan, outside of going to the psychic, is there anything else you wanted to do during the week? Sonder.
Swimming practice, and he'd probably go visit his spot again at some point on his bike.
Okay.
Yeah. Has Bajan been to Colby's house yet?
No, you have not been invited to Colby's house.
Okay. That's fine.
Be thankful for that.
I will say the night after you visit your spot, you have another dream. And this one, it starts to get very confusing this go around. You are in your spot and you are helping Jessica train. You don't see like Sonderman and Fume, but you have those feelings of like, I'm getting to help train a superhero. And then you begin to hear the witch's whispers in the back of your mind, and her words start to repeat, and her voice sounds like Jessica, and she's Jessica, and she's the witch, and then she's Jessica, and she's the witch. And it kind of just like flips back and forth till you can't see the difference between the two. And you like Jessica, and you've seen her with her sister, and she reminds you of your sister, and that's comforting. But the witch isn't. But at the same time, the witch's words in all of your dreams have been about how she's there for you, Bijan. Everyone else is going to leave you, but she'll be there for you. And make me a brains check. DC 6.
Four.
Okay. So in this,
adversity token. Let's
you get an adversity token.
Yeah.
So in this, between Jessica and the witch and the words and a sister, there's something about the witch's words that begin to mix in with that feeling of comfort and sisters, about being there for you, Bijan. She's gonna be there for you. She understands you, Bijan. You won't be alone with her.
Oh no.
And you feel comfortable in that. It's true.
Oh no.
I think he's gonna try going with the idea of like maybe she just needs to be understood, and we need to try and listen to the witch.
Maybe she just needs love.
Fuck. Bijan!
Well, Dijon is now a devil child.
All right.
Oops.
To bring us a little bit of levity, I think on Monday night, late Monday night, after you've had your phone call, Rachel, you're gonna get another phone call, and so it's gonna be pretty late. So, are you gonna answer it,
Hello?
Rachel? It's Jessica.
Oh, yes. Hey.
Hey.
Your voice sounds like a lot of other voices.
Sorry, I forget. Oh yeah, you don't know that this is Jessica just by the phone.
Yeah, call ID. What's up?
I kind of just went on a date with Colby.
Gotta kill him.
You hear the sound of she hears the sound of Jessica like finding a chair to sit in and like stuff moving around is like, okay, go on.
Yeah, pretty sure Zach started a rumor that Colby and I are dating, and he asked me how I felt about that, and I told him that we can't be dating if we haven't gone on a date, and then he asked me on a date, and so we went on a date.
Perfect.
Aaron, you're the
He's
best.
very forward.
I kind of
Is that
challenged him
is that what you
into
wanted?
it.
Did you want to go on a date with him?
Yeah, I kind of challenged him into it.
Well, all
And
right, Miss Jess,
then I,
getting right back into the dating scene, aren't you?
Right back in. I mean, it's been like months. But then I asked him on a second date to the football game on Friday. So yeah, I definitely have plans for Friday now.
Wow.
You don't have to worry about me.
Okay. There was a vibe.
What about you? Do you have plans for Friday for sure?
I will likely also be at the football game.
Oh, do you have a second date?
I do. How perfectly fitting that the two Welter sisters have got dates to the football game.
It isn't like a double date though. Like we're not.
No. Ew.
Okay. Good.
What a terrible idea.
We will.
Dude, you think I want to see Colby? Gross.
We will acknowledge each other in passing. Maybe I can formally meet Lacey, and then we'll definitely leave each other alone. We'll sit I'll be in the student section.
Hey, I mean, there's clearly no need to avoid us, but yeah, this would not be what would either of us gain from a double date.
Oh, that'd be weird.
That would be weird. But so you're excited about this? You want to go on a date with Colby?
Yeah, I mean,
I could
asked
tell that
him-
he was into you.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm always teasing about who you like, but
Yeah, I know you're teasing me, but yeah, I asked him on the
so
second
you
date.
did.
So
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, yay for you.
yay for you.
Yay for us.
Do you need me to help you pick out anything to wear this time around?
No, I feel more in control of this one.
Okay. Well, let me
I
know.
might
if
still
you...
replicate that thing that you did for me, though, but I'll try and go
Okay.
off the picture. But
If-
there
if
likely
you-
will be a bunch of face paint involved.
Okay. Well, if you need to come over and get ready Friday.
Understood.
Okay.
And if you... What could I offer you in this, Jess? I have nothing to offer you in return.
Oh, God,
I
are we
already
gonna
owe
tell-
you.
Are we gonna have
movies
to tell Mom that we both have dates on Friday, or are we just like gonna disappear and not talk about it?
It
Colby's
would only
gonna
be fair. I mean, it probably
he's
should
gonna
come up that you are. Probably
pick
would only
me
be
up
fair if it
because
came up
he's
that I
like
did.
a gentleman, and is Mom gonna want to meet him?
Maybe Mom's probably gonna want to meet her.
Yeah, we need to figure this out.
You know what? Let's just own this, and sometime this week we can discuss it tomorrow or something. We both come forward with it, so that way their attentions are divided.
Okay, what if you come over for dinner tomorrow
Okay,
or Wednesday? No, come over Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday is tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, I think this is late Monday
Oh,
night.
okay.
We're kind of jumping around
Yeah,
on
Monday.
days.
Okay, Wednesday night.
Or should we? What if we don't wait till Thursday? That way they only have like minimum.
That's an even
notice.
better idea because then
Okay.
they have the night that we're already with them,
Yeah.
and then the next day it's happening.
Yeah, and then mom
Good
can't
idea.
do her like town weird network thing and like find out things. Yeah, we'll do Thursday. You come over Thursday. Yeah, we'll tell them. It'll be fine, right?
Well, congrats to you.
Congrats to you. All right, I gotta go to bed before mom finds out on the phone.
Oh,
I'm supposed to
shoot,
be
go.
asleep. All right,
Love you, Jess.
love you
Night.
too. Bye.
Looking down at the phone, it's like, are
That's
you
a fun
paying
conversation.
attention to us specifically? Is something... Fate is honing in on us right now.
All right. So it seems like we've got 2 more scenes before we wrap up tonight. We've got the psychic, and then we've got dinner with mom and dad. Unless I want to double check, is there anything else anyone wants to cover before those 2 scenes?
I
No.
guess on the descent of or ascent of Darya's affirmation of the fact that supernatural things are occurring.
Oh, you did want to talk to your dad.
Scientist says it's impossible. Now she's gonna ask dad.
Mhm.
Not doctor. Yeah.
Dr. Dad.
Doctor.
That's like a
That's what I
comedy.
call my dad.
I was
That's what
like, that
call
sounds
my
like an
dad.
80s sitcom.
Dr. Dad. Oh!
It comes on right after Life of Daria on WB.
Lives. The lives of Daria.
Lives of Daria.
Lives of Daria.
Lives of Daria Obtine. Anyway, yes.
Secret
So
life of an Iranian American teenager.
But I never watched Lives of Daria because it was always on the same time slot as the Declassified School Survival Guide.
I mean that's fair.
That's still a couple years down the road. You've got time. We can do both.
I'll do what I want. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it now.
Colby, are there any other scenes you want to
Oh, yeah, I don't know where my sisters are in all of this, but nah.
Okay.
I'm sure they've gotten around somehow, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is
I
Bijan
didn't
hanging out with
just totally
Kaylee anymore?
abandon them to go on a date after school on Monday.
No, you took care of them. We will never leave your sisters unprotected and untaken care of. Till the witch comes back.
Yeah, unless it is specifically part of the...
I would not hurt your 2 sisters.
But the witch might.
The witch might, and the witch might hurt me.
The many parts of this world could.
Nah, I think Colby's set.
I'll be right back.
I don't think he has anything else.
Okay. All right, so you go talk to Dad
I do.
on Tuesday after Mr. Spradley's unfulfilling discussion.
Right. So I guess we're sitting in the living room or something, right? Like I'm
Mhm.
working on homework. Like
Yeah.
do it as casually as possible. Kind of like hunched over, writing on something with a pencil. So Dad, you heard of what happened at the graveyard, right? Like the chains broke on the witch's grave?
I heard about the fire.
Well, it's anyway, it's got me thinking about the legend. And Beej and I have both heard Mom talk about it, but I don't think we've ever heard what you think.
Your mother will tell you that every small town, it feels like here, has their own myth and legend. I mean, back in Iran, everyone's got legends too. It's a part of culture, telling stories, finding explanations for things you can't explain.
So that's it then? It's just a myth? Like, there's no chance it could be true?
What do you think, Dara? Do you think that a woman burned down the town from beyond the grave?
I guess that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
Fire is something, it's both good and evil in myths around the world. In Iran, there's a story of the god Mitra, but he's a god of the sun who wields a flaming sword. Fire is good. It brings light, it brings warmth. But in just as many other stories, like the story of the witch, fire is destructive, it's chaotic. It does seem a little unusual to me that in a town like this, with all of its churches and supposed faiths, that they would look for a divine explanation for a town fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that does make sense, right? Um, well, yeah, thanks, Dad. It's good to hear what you have to think about it. I mean, it sounds like you mostly agree with Mom, though, right? Like, there's no way that something like this could be caused by anything other than, you know,
I mean,
what we
I
can
don't
see.
know everything. I know a lot about teeth. I know an okay amount about under the kitchen sink because your mom kept getting me to fix the leak, but so I don't know everything about myths and legends, but to me they're stories, and you can take stories for what they are, for explanations, for the unexplainable.
I like that you mentioned that fire can mean something good sometimes too.
I don't know
And
if I helped at all, but I hope I did. It's all a father
I
could hope for.
I think you did, Dad. Um, so how about helping me with this math problem next?
All right, I'll see what I can do. You're almost beyond me.
And yeah, we'll just have
And
her
he'll go into
keep doing
a
that.
story
Yeah.
that you've heard over and over. Did you know that these are Arabic numbers, that we invented math as it's known?
Of course. Yeah.
Colby does
All
actually
right,
have
Dad. I've heard that a million times. This is a million and
quick
one.
little snippet,
All right, Colby.
just to go along with because we didn't have any fart mentions in this episode.
True.
So I just want another little snippet of like weird car conversations
Mm-hmm.
with his sisters. And so Colby's just driving along, and they're in silence, just listening to like the sputtering of the engine. And he goes, "You guys know the Christmas song where it's like, holy child, or no, holy infant, so tender and mild? Do you guys think that implies the existence of a cursed infant that is chewy and spicy?"
Oh my gosh, Colby, you're so weird.
I'm thinking about
Are
it.
you
'Cause I
so
mean,
are you so weird? It's
do you-
baby Jesus, Colby. It's not KFC.
and
I'm gonna tell Pastor that you were talking about baby Jesus like it's a bucket of chicken.
I'm just wondering. I mean, like, it. Look, philosophic. Just hear me out. In order to have light, there must be darkness, or else it is just basic. So that being said, you have to have the flip side of every thing. So if you have a holy infant so tender and mild, you must then also have a cursed infant, or even so, a cursed octogenarian, if you will, who is chewy and spicy.
Um, Kaylee's gonna look over at Lily and go, "Oh my gosh, there's no way Jessica ever said yes to a date with him. He's so weird." And Lily's gonna go, "But Jean said that you and Jessica went on a date."
What?
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
throwing you in here.
You probably would have heard it from me.
Yeah.
Bijan said that?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he
Bijan-
told us, and you didn't tell us.
No, I did not tell you. You want to know why I didn't tell you?
Is she your girlfriend?
Not yet, but you know why I didn't tell you?
Why?
Because you couldn't handle how much farting was going on.
Yeah, well, why are you so weird, Colby?
There's so many farts, just
was like trumpets all along. We were in harmony.
Oh my gosh, Colby, I'm never gonna ride in the car with you ever again. You're so weird. There's no way. Jessica's
Colby
cool.
locks
There's
the
no
car
way she
door.
like ever said yes to a date with you.
Colby locks the car door and just goes.
And then she just like very dramatically like, puts her face up to the window like
All right, that's all.
That's all. That's
You're
all.
farting with my baby sister, boy.
I'm go off farting in the mountains.
Oh my god. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say by like Wednesday, Bijan and Daria, if you finally decided. So we'll say Tuesday afternoon is when Bijan you went to your spot. So that night you would have had that new dream. Would you have told Daria about this dream? Like on the way to
Yes.
on
Yeah.
the drive out to Rita's?
Any new developments in dreams? Absolutely, yeah. I would have let her know that Jessica's face was switching in and out with the witch, and I was scared at first, but I feel like maybe we just need to get to know her more, because she seems like she wants to help me. And I'll say that in like the creepy kid way that like your kids tell you when
Yeah.
when you're by yourselves with them, and they're like, "Yeah, mommy, and I had a dream about blood falling down my dolly," and like that kind of like creepiness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
usually Daria would ask, well, what do you need help with? But I mean, clearly, a lot. Um,
Where to start?
uh,
Well, I don't have a lot of friends at school. Like, there's Kaylee, and we talk sometimes. But
I mean, that just takes time, Beach. Like, I didn't have a whole bunch of friends at first either, you know?
yeah, I remember. I'm glad you're where you're. I'm glad you are where you're at now. Volleyball team.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I think it was hard for us both after we left Houston.
Yeah, but I mean, Mom's hometown is pretty cool.
So far, I
And
like it.
like, I met Colby, and then he introduced me to Alex, and I got on the volleyball team. So like, you know, Kaylee's Colby's sister, so maybe like the same thing will happen for you.
Mhm.
I don't think you need to worry too much about not having friends. You're a cool kid, Beach. I wish you'd believe that more about yourself.
I think I'm cool. It's just everyone else that doesn't think I'm cool. I just know that I'm like weird, and that's not something that everyone wants to be around.
You could be weird and still have friends. I am like like how much bad advice is Daria about to give, or because just change who you are a little bit to fit in. It's no problem.
It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, I
They
guess
tell you to
so.
do something, you do it. It's as simple as that.
Somebody offers you drugs, you just take it right there. No
You see that the
questions.
cool people do something, that's a good sign you should be doing it, bud.
And if the mayor's
They're
son
cool.
is not
That
being
means that's
totally
the-
accurate about something that happened when you were together, then you just go with it, because like he's the mayor's son.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It makes the rule.
Oh my god.
Is that what you did?
Oh, did you?
Turn it
Is that
around,
what
turn
you
it
did?
around, Beach. Get
That's
it,
how you
get her.
became cool.
Did you sell
Oh,
out?
look, we're at the psychic's house.
Okay.
Anyway.
make sure to, suppress who I really am inside. And just
You see that wonderful, wholesome person you are? That is what's
Crush him.
keeping you from being having friends.
Oh no!
be that.
We're gonna break Bijan in so many
Rewind.
different ways.
Gonna make him into a
Just-
nice, terrible teenager.
Just to be clear, I was joking with all of that. So, I hope Rita is real because I feel like whatever is going on here is pretty real.
I think she'll see it in our eyes. I hope.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on like the addresses in this part of town and ask Bijan to also keep an eye out because I've not been to the home of the psychic before, and
You know when you've gotten there because there's a big like wooden sign out front.
Okay, cool. Is it like the like hand thing that has like the
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh,
other side
yeah.
of the other thumb.
yeah?
Mhm.
The eye. Psychic. In neon.
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess it wasn't that hard to find after all. And
It's
Well-
the tallest building in town.
it's blinking. She's got billboards all over town.
She's got one of the like bottle trees out front, like the different colored glass bottles that are
Oh,
like
yeah.
turned over.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. My eyes will linger on it for a minute as we're getting out of the car. I close the car door. The car door sound close noise.
Look, he's sleepy tonight.
Car door noise? Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
You probably just had your hand on your desk.
Super impressed, even though that's what you begged for. Can we get the trunk closed too? I think they left that open.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
It actually
Perfect.
timed with
What did
what
it
you were
take?
saying.
What is? Why'd you guys leave the passenger door open?
Oh shoot.
Well, I
Beach,
got
can you
it.
get that one?
Yeah. Sorry, that was a bit loud.
It times really well.
You don't have to slam it, jeez.
Here,
Yeah.
open it up and close it again because
All right,
you
for the
can't
sake
slam
of
it.
the East Coaster and his bedtime, I'm gonna move y'all up to the front door.
Yeah.
You mean the one who's delaying this?
The shit stirrer, yes.
The
Can we get
murderer?
one more?
Yeah.
Matter.
Here,
We'll
Colby, just put your hand right here.
We'll just close the door on that joke with a. There. Thank you.
Since, Daria does a lot of nonverbal communication. She's gonna look at Beej and look at the door and like be like, go ahead, you knock.
If only this would have a sound effect.
All right, you hear some shuffling, and then the door will open. Man, you're on top of it now.
Salutations.
Has the door page open?
Hello.
I'm Bijan, and this is Daria.
Yeah, we're the Optine kids. I don't know if you know our parents at all. Dr. Optine, Garden of Smiles Dentistry.
Right. Are you two here for a reading?
If we could.
All right. Why don't y'all come on in?
This place is cool.
And it's very dark inside. There's like red cloth over the lamps. The curtains are pulled, and it's kind of like warm and smoky, like incense is burning.
That's neat. Yeah. I'll just follow Rita inside this very
she
cool
will
building.
bring you into like a front little sitting room with a round table set up, a couple of chairs around it.
And I'll quick check that I brought some money. And-
I hope you don't mind. We're gonna get the unpleasantries out of the way first. It'll be $20 for a reading.
Okay, yeah, not a problem.
Um,
Wow, she's fast.
yeah, she's gonna like tuck it into her shirt.
That's a sanitary.
It still makes the cha-ching
Yep.
noise.
A little cash drawer pops out of her shirt.
Would you
Oh.
like a receipt? No, that's fine.
Oh my gosh, what is going on?
A lot.
All right. Now, what have you two come here searching for? Everyone comes here with questions, and I will do my best to provide the answers that you need.
Bijan actually kind of freezes up for this.
My little brother's been having nightmares, and we want to understand them better, and we want to know if we can trust a friend of ours.
Bijan, she is going to hold her hands out to you.
I looked at Daria.
Go ahead.
Now, it's normal to have nightmares, especially at your age, but especially when there is a decision you're struggling with about whether to trust or not. Now, sometimes you just have to think it through. What has this person done to gain your trust, and what have they done to have that trust withheld?
They are a strong person, and they've made decisions that might have been hard for them, but we've got through them together. Though, whenever I have these dreams, she turns into somebody that I am scared of. And she says that she can help me in the dream. She wants to help me be powerful, or give me what I'm wanting in life. But I don't know if I can trust her. I'm scared of her when she's like that. And it feels like it's creeping into the real world. Like sometimes she says the things that she says in my dreams before or after I've had the dream, but not telling her about it.
Arya's eyes are like darting between Bijan and the psychic to try to look at how the psychic is reacting to this.
Now, if you face difficult things together, it sounds to me like you have forged a strong bond. It takes trust in each other to face the things that scare you.
Mhm.
But this other thing, this other person that y'all are fighting against together. Now, it certainly takes trust to let people in and to stand against the thing that scares you the most. You have to let others in.
Yeah.
Bijan, make me a brains roll. DC 6.
6.
Okay. Now, this thing in your dreams that's spilling over into the real world.
Hmm?
Now, sweet boy, you know nightmares can't really hurt you. And it sounds like you've got to keep letting this friend in. You can face the thing together.
So I should tell her what she turns into in my dreams.
Now, do you think that will help you fight this thing
Maybe.
together, to stand strong together?
I don't want to scare her and make her think that she's bad, because she's not. But I think if I tell her, maybe she'll understand it more, or be able to at least know that I have seen that. I don't know.
Have I got the feeling so far that this is just generic supportive advice?
Make me a brains check, DC 4.
Okay, yes. That
Miss
was a,
DeVoe, she's...
What'd you get, Daria?
that was a 7.
Yeah, nothing has been specific. This is all
Okay,
very generic.
I'm gonna up the ante a little bit and say, this is the dreams and the situation are specifically involving the witch.
She's going to squeeze your hands, Bajan, and she's going to let go. And the witch, you say? Now, speaking of trust, do you trust me enough?
I think so.
She's going to hold out her hands to Daria.
Oh, just encourage my little brother to do this. I guess I will too.
Now, what are you doing going and poking about with the witch? You weren't some of the reasons why things were happening in the graveyard this weekend, were you? I do know that you teens love to go poking about.
The reason? No, not the reason. Which is clearly evasive. Was I there?
Legally.
Maybe.
I will not speak without my counsel present.
um, do I get any vibes from Rita that she would be the kind of person to immediately go spread rumors around town? Or tell the authorities?
Make me a flight check. I want to see if your like natural inclination to like kind of bolt will like carry you away from this or allow you to trust. I'm gonna say DC 6.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Dang. Yeah,
So
you
I guess
feel an
technically that's an
inclination to like
explosion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It fell off the desk.
Your eyes
Okay.
glow yellow and you see into her.
your head
Yeah.
snaps back in a
Who's
very
the
like Wednesday
psychic?
Addams.
No.
So that's a 29.
Dang. This
Open yourself to me.
This is a psychic in a small town. She is not. She trades in information, but understands what it's like to be an outcast.
Right. Okay. So I know I haven't told Bijan
And you
this
almost
either,
feel
but
yourself like pulled in.
yeah, I'm gonna say, so a group of us, a couple nights ago, we went to the graveyard, and we were near the witch's grave, when the chains broke. And things have been weird ever since, and a little bit before then too.
Were there when the witch's chains broke?
I was, Peach. I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
So
okay.
they really did break. And wasn't you causing trouble?
None of us touched it.
My sister's not like that.
There was a loud sound. It's, Daria kind of grimaces when Bijan says, "My sister's not like that."
Bijan, make me another brains check. DC 5. No, DC 7. I took it the wrong way.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I failed.
Okay.
Even with an adversity.
As you say, my sister's not like that. She turns to look at you real quick. And you almost feel like she wants to pull away from you for a second, Daria. But with that 29, you have like got a grip on her because you were putting your trust into her.
Okay, wild. Rita?
I'm sorry. Well, if the chains really did break, it's supposed to mean she's out and about again.
So, what do we do?
Well, first off, you don't go poking about in things beyond your ability to handle. I don't mean that as an offense. I mean that as a warning.
Right, but what if we already did?
No, I don't know what you two believe about magic. No, I don't rightly know how much of it that I've come across over the years is a bunch of, let's say, malarkey. And what of it is true. But she cuts a side eye at you again, Bijan. I'll give you two things, and I pray you don't need them. Pray that you can just bring them back before too long. Say thank you for a bunch of silly nonsense. And that'll be that. She is going to let go of your hands, Daria, and go kind of to the next room. You'll hear her shuffling about, moving things about. Now, she sets a little bit of black cord on the table, and then a small mirror that is the frame is very dark, like almost like a black stone. It's not like a silver polished mirror. Now, again, I wish I could offer you a step-by-step instruction, but you know, this is not some big city with its shops like you see on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But this cord is for binding, and this mirror is what to bind into. That's about all the information that I know for sure I can give you.
Do I have to, like, point the mirror at a person? A witch?
Now, what the books and things say is you're supposed to be able to trap a spirit in here and bind it with this cord. But again, none of this is real, right? It's all pretend, and you're all going to keep it tucked away in a drawer on your silly little games, and then it'll all be fine.
Miss Deborah, if we need you again, can we come back?
Of course.
I was doing a little bit of research, and I reached into my bag.
Yes.
And I think there's math class. I wrote it in my math journal. Something like that. There's something called a portropeos.
Now,
Like
that's not
items and
something I've come across here. But you know, things down here make their way through all kinds of channels. You know, things up from New Orleans make their way, and there are all different kinds of magics and rumors and ideas. You know, I'm still not sure what all I believe is true and not, but I don't play around with the witch and her story. It's just asking for trouble.
I have a couple of adversity tokens. May I, is putting you on the spot as a DM a little bit, use my treasure hunter ability to spy another useful object in this place, and ask if I can have it.
You spot a bundle of herbs that's kind of tied together in what you've probably seen at the very back of Bajan's book about like smudging.
Okay.
yeah.
Miss Devereaux, do you mind if we take that too? I point to the bundle of herbs.
Is that sage?
It's a bit of sage and a bit of rosemary.
Okay.
Now,
No time.
again, I don't want to. I do understand this is a business.
Oh, right.
Just $5 more. I promise to bring the mirror back when all this nonsense is done.
Do I have $5 on me? In addition to the 20 that I would have had
I think
earlier?
that's most of your spending money, but Bajan, you're probably saving up for maybe like
allowance.
some allowance. You normally
Yeah.
use for comics and candy, but
Okay.
if
That'd
it's
be
worth
good.
spending $5 this time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Beach.
He's
I'm
sold.
out of money. I guess we can't have it this time.
No, that's okay. I
And like your trapper keeper.
have $3 and $1.75 and change.
Sold.
Okay. And then I'll go and give that to her.
Now remember, don't go looking for trouble. Trouble find you often enough.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
What do you think I could do to protect myself from nightmares?
Well, they say that if you face your fear in the nightmare, you'll be able to face it in the real world.
That makes sense. Okay.
There's a certain scene from a certain season of Stranger Things that advice reminds me of, and it did not go well.
No, I don't remember which one that was. I'm just... Taco broke my heart with his comment. All right. I feel like I have to I'm like holding my breath as the music just.
I know, yeah.
And
Yeah.
with that, we will end for the week.
Groovy.
So, we're actually taking a break next week as several party members continue family Christmas celebrations and festivities. So we will see you all in the new year.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. In 2 weeks for homecoming. Everyone come dressed in your best Glenwood black and orange. Go Flames.
Yeah, go Flames.
Go Flames.
Go
For the homecoming
Flames.
game. A couple of dates. Some homecoming fun.
Nothing could possibly go wrong when there's that
And
much
nothing
purity
will
happening
go
all in
wrong.
one place.
Oh
God, it all went wrong.
Someone cut a clip of that for this game.
To remind us of it later.
Yeah. Well, this is fun. Things are happening.
Happy
Yeah.
Hunger Games, everyone. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
One of our
So-
players was revealed to be a murderer. We had 2 days.
You
a
know
set
legend.
up.
nothing.
A legend.
A legend, excuse me.
Join us right here tomorrow night for Game of
Just a new way to
Santos, little
find it.
D&D.
You guys seem to see me a
Next
lot.
Monday, no kids on bikes, but next Wednesday, find me, Trevor, and Ben on Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackety for more Kindred.
As opposed to Kindred, the character who you can see on
Yes.
Tuesday, that is right before. Yeah. But here.
Exactly, Kindred Hunters. We've begun our pirate adventure,
Oh boy. Oh.
and then join us here in
Yo.
2
And the
weeks.
first thing we came across was puppets.
As
Oh
one
man,
knows.
it's gonna be hard to
Uh,
wait these 2 weeks.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Trevor. They
Muppet
are
people.
Muppets.
Muppet Born.
Muppet folk.
And his name is
Pinocchio.
Cheeky Nom
More
Noms.
like,
Thank you very much.
Yes, you.
Did you also come across Tim Curry? Because
Not
when
yet.
you find Muppets, you'll find Tim Curry.
Not yet.
Taco, the answer to that question is yes.
Just being worked via puppet strings. I mean, yeah. All right. Well, cool. Thank you guys.
I hope you all had fun. I
Yeah.
did.
It was
I
cool.
definitely did. That was good.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you, Dreamy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you for
Mark
my heart.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Well, yeah. Happy
Merry Chrysler.
Happy holidays.
Happy
holidays.
Happy
holidays.
Ford and Chrysler Dodge.
I was about to go. Or
Christmas.
happy Honda days, however you celebrate.
Whatever.
Merry Chrysler.
Oh no.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry
I love
Chrysler.
that one so much. I want a shirt
It's
with all of
Christmas.
them.
Lynette.
Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Alrighty, guys.
I feel like that's where my work is right now. We're all like, it's Christmas.
It's
Yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas. We're almost there. Got a little bit. Y'all stay warm. This.
Yeah,
Know,
it's gonna be
Redeemed name
freaking
generator.
cold.
yeah, Christmas. Yeah, it's gonna be a little. It's gonna
Christmas.
be a little chilly.
Yet.
That's okay. Well, we all stay warm by playing tabletop RPGs. That's what we do with our lives. Ooh, we just roll those dice. It's
When-
like it's the same motion for
And
heating up
nothing
your
When Bob
bad's
hands.
gonna
Cratchit's out of
happen to
coal at the furnace,
Bijan.
he rolls dice.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys.
Show
well,
up early for our game on Monday, Bob Cratchit.
we'll see
How
you.
dare when you take Christmas off?
We'll see you next time around this streaming bend, the river bend, streaming bend, something.
Just around the
Whatever.
streaming
We'll see you
bend.
tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night, everybody.